You guys see the title. 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 These bitches ain't shit. These bitches ain't shit. These bitches ain't shit. You see the motherfucking title, nigga. You see the motherfucking title, you bitch ass, faggot ass, hoe ass niggas. Yeah, these bitches ain't shit, man. These bitches, they're not shit. So, I'm gonna be talking about others. I ain't about to just talk about these bitches. I just put the name of the title because um that's just the topic right now. Not just about the video, but just right now in general. In reality, about the video, everything. It's about fucking these bitches ain't shit. This my well, I'm gonna get into that later, but this just this little cheap ass little ass small pocket change money. Ain't it's not nothing too much. But yeah, these bitches ain't shit, nigga. These bitches ain't shit. And I'm done with YouTube. You niggas is faggots. Shout out to like the 2-3 people that I fuck with. Fuck YouTube. Fuck this stupid platform. Fuck all you faggot ass niggas. I'm tired of this goddamn platform. I'm not dropping no more spiritual information. I'm gonna come up on this bitch extremely. Um, I'm gonna just be myself, is what I should say. I'm gonna just be myself. I don't give a fuck about this damn platform. I'm done dropping information. It's just I'm such a smart, intelligent ass nigga that the problem with me is I'll be talking and then I'll be like getting deep because like for me it's nothing really for me to talk about but like intelligent shit. So I have to try to not talk intelligent. So I'm gonna actually try to not talk intelligent and come up on here because, or I may not even make YouTube videos because I'm done with this fucking shit, man. I'm not saying I'm done making YouTube videos. Like I like making YouTube. Like one thing I like about YouTube, I like to come up in here and just talk my bullshit. That's like the main reason I like this platform right now. It's just to come up on here and talk my bullshit. If I was ever gonna take this platform even serious at all, or social media serious, I wouldn't even use this page, and my page would be like a faceless channel. Like if I had a like one thing I hate is when you see a nigga with a business and then they'll say I have a black owned business or it's women owned or it's LGBTQ friendly. It's like you're the stupidest motherfucker. Like if you were smart, you would have a business, but you will have it. Like if I have my own shit, like I have my own shit. I don't even talk about my shit in real life, but I have my shit and I don't get it connected to here. Shout out to Jay Vass. I'm gonna get to the questions, and that's a real nigga right there, like real nigga. Like shout out to Jay Vass. Go check out his channel. Like like people like him is very rare because like one thing about Jay Vass, he gets shit done from what I see. Because we obviously we don't know anybody personally, but from what I see, he gets shit done. Like other people I see on it just in reality and in online, they fuck around. They're full of shit. Like for example, he had issues with his family, and one thing about him, he's like the only person that I know that I've seen. I'm not saying the only, but that I've seen is he actually did shit where he don't even fuck with them. Like he left the family, he went and did his. There'll be other people who have issues with their family, but then they stay there, or they'll still be living with their parents, and then they will complain, or they work a 9 to 5, they'll complain. Like this nigga, he gets shit done. So that's one thing I do respect. Most people, all they do is bitch, complain, and stay in the same situation, and then they give their power to somebody else. So their parents would gaslight them, talk shit, disrespect them, but at the same time, they're still there. Why are you there then? Leave. You see what I'm saying? So like that's one thing I do respect. People who get shit done. I hate people who don't get shit done, but they like to talk. He's like, yo, Chauncey, what's good? I'm still up. Open my YouTube. Where you live? I'm up late because I don't know what's going on. I've been waking up a little early. And it's just I don't know what the fuck is going on. But yeah, I'm done with this shit, man. I'm done with this shit. Like I'm not done making YouTube videos. I'm just done dropping any real information. Like, cause I don't know, just cause I like to read. Like to be honest, because I'm real with you guys. Like, I don't drop information to teach people. I drop information because I like to hear myself talk because I'm so fucking intelligent. So when I'm not using my intelligence to create something in my real life, then I just come on here and just talk so I can hear myself speak. So I don't even like I stopped teaching to actually wake people up back in 2023. Like that was like my last year. After that year, I started not giving a fuck. 2025 is when I really solidified it, and like now I'm just use this shit. Just I don't even know what it is. Yeah, shout out to Paul Hinton. Was good with it. He's like, you sparing me a lot. Yeah, man. Like I just like I said, I have a lot of videos with a lot of information, and like it is what it is. But yeah, this what like I'm not talking like I said like I'm not like we're all intelligent here. I don't want to talk to you guys like you guys are retarded because like that's another thing. Like anytime you see a YouTuber that's talking to people like people are retarded, that's a person who like they have some type of like they have some type of like I don't want to say mental illness or nothing, but they're just somebody who just in their ego, um, they think that there's somebody. I don't want to say special because I think I'm special, and you're supposed. If you don't think you're special, then you're an idiot. So I don't want to say that, but there's just somebody who's very ignorant and lost to how things operate. Nobody's that stupid. Anybody that's on here trying to make you think that people are that stupid, like people are dumb, but people aren't that dumb. So when you have somebody in 2026, because you got to remember, we're in 2026, when you have a content creator in 2026 talking about talking to their audience like they're just hearing this information for the first time, then you know that person's very ignorant. I don't want to say like because there's nothing wrong with thinking you're smart and special. A matter of fact, if I see somebody and they tell me that I'm not special, like you'll hear people, oh, I'm not special, I'm just like everyone, or I'm a regular guy. I don't respect people like that. So since you say you're not special, I'm gonna treat you like a piece of shit. So this is why I say like humans are dumb because they'll be like, I'm not special, I'm just a regular guy, I'm not special. Okay, then I'm gonna treat you like a regular ass piece of shit. But if I treat you like a piece of shit, you get mad and disrespectful. So it doesn't. I don't get it. Like you're confused because at the end of the day, I think of myself as special. You don't have to think of me as special because people who don't think of you as you think of yourself, that's some type of insecurity. And I'm not saying they gotta think I'm special, but if you're offended by me saying that I'm special, that's the thing. You don't have to say, "Oh, you're special." I don't give a fuck because your opinion doesn't matter. But if I say that I'm special and I'm one of the most intelligent people, and that offends you, for you to have to clap back and try to make me feel less than, then that shows you that you have some type of insecurity. You want me to feel as low as you, and you're the piece of shit, not me. So this is why anybody who doesn't think of themselves as the smartest person or somewhat of that, or they think they're special, I don't even trust those type of people. I can't be around them because you're giving me government hive mind vibes. So the government programs people because like you got to look at like the government wants you to think that you're nobody. So therefore you can fulfill the duties and the narrative of what they want you to fulfill. Because if everyone has some type of intelligence, nobody will actually be working these dumbass jobs. Nobody will be out here trying to. Nobody will be watching and consuming 99% of the content because most of the only reason people consume content, most content, is because of mental illness. This is why society thrives on mental illness because who's gonna go watch fucking Toy Story? Who's gonna go watch fucking dumb shit like I don't know, Nickelodeon and some of these movies they release? Fucking what's I don't even know. They release so I don't I'm so out of the fucking loop of what's going on. But even like social media, you'll have like most content creators, they release stupid dumb shit like prank videos, like music videos, rap video, just dumb shit. You have to be mentally ill to even want to watch that. So if everyone was intelligent like me or somebody like me, those contents wouldn't be getting views, and that would be a lot of money these companies would be losing because nobody will be watching it. You see what I'm saying? They'll have to make certain type of content for people to watch, and that content will be against the system. So this is why I say like they need mental illness and they need you to think of yourself as retarded. Like for you to even watch a content creator, for you to even not content creator, but to watch like a celebrity content creator, like those TikTok stars, or watch somebody like Will Smith, for you to actually think that somebody that's a celebrity or an influencer is special, you got to be a retard. And I'm not saying like if you have like if it's like, and I'm talking about like the people with like 1 million subscribers, or people that they shove down your throat to make you think that okay, this is somebody to aspire. Anybody, if you're a fan of somebody of that caliber that the government and the system has put funneled energy into to put them in the algorithm, like Kai Cenat, shit like that, Will Smith. If you think people like that are special, then you have a mental illness and you're a nobody. Because why would you think somebody Michael Jordan inspired me, Michael Jackson? If you're inspired by anybody other than yourself, you're a weak ass fucking spirit. And I'm not saying there's nothing like, because I'm looking at it like this. If you see somebody in your personal life that you know, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about celebrities, people that the government fed to you. That's a problem, because you wouldn't even know about that person at all. Like me personally, I'm inspired by my spirit. That's who I'm inspired by myself. Because I'm intelligent. I know what I can be. So I'm inspired by myself. But when you see other motherfuckers like, oh, Michael Jackson inspired me to make music. Oh, I like this celebrity, or I'm this influencer. Yo, bitch ass, hoe ass nigga. He said Lord Chauncey. I'm gonna change my name to Lord Chauncey. I probably wouldn't, because that Lord is a Masonic name. So I don't want to even have any attachment to like the system and the government. So I probably won't even fucking do Lord. But I get what you're saying. Because it's so hard. Like there's so much fucking lost bullshit out here, man. Like it's hard for me to even like everything I be saying, I be trying to think like, is this Masonic? Is this connected to this? So it's like I have to choose my name carefully. Even Chauncey one, who knows? But I don't really even give a fuck. I'm leaving my name as Chauncey one. That's just my name. I remember I made up that name. I was on my couch back in 2021. I was high off of Vicodin, and I made another YouTube account, and I was like, what did I was like, I need to think of a YouTube name, and I was like Chauncey one, and then it just hit. I was high off of fucking Vicodin. Yeah, but I'm just chilling right now, guys. I'm just chilling right now. Yeah. Man. Yeah. But you guys see the title. Women are lame. Escorts. I'm gonna just start talking, just keeping it real with you niggas. Talking my bullshit. Women are lame. Escorts and strippers are where it's at. And that's my take on it. I'm not saying I'll never ever want to date, because at the end of the day, I take it a day at a time. In the next 10 years from now, I may be like in a different mindset, where maybe like I'll find like some type of female. But like the thing is with me though, I don't like to compromise. I don't compromise. I don't like to make people, I don't want to force anybody to do what I want to do. But at the same time, I'm not going to be forced to do. So if I'm around a female, I'm not going to force the female to do what I want to do. You have to want it. You have to love doing what I want to do by default, and that's perfect. If I have to force you, then I would just say fuck you, get the fuck out my face. That's what it is for me. This is why I say, like, because me, I have a Pisces in the seventh house, so like relationship for me are either extremely perfect or they're extremely horrible. It's no in between, because it's Pisces in the seventh house. So it's extremely perfect or extreme. And it's weird because I had that Pisces in the seventh house, but like I don't really fuck with relationships like that. But I'm thinking it's because it's my Aries moon and my Aquarius stellium. So like I don't really fuck with, and it's not that I don't fuck with them. Like it's just I don't fuck. It's not that I don't like him. It just it has to be perfect. And if it's not perfect, then I'd rather just not even fuck with it. You see what I'm saying? Like I can't compromise. I'm not like desperate where I have to be in one even though it's fucked up. Or if I sense it's gonna be fucked up, then I don't even fuck with it, because that's why I rather like escorts and shit, strippers. They're just better. At least for me personally. I'm not telling you guys to do that. Everybody's different. Some of you guys may have a lot of different transits astrological placement, which it makes you where you want to like be in a relationship with a female, and that's perfectly fine. Do what you want to do, but this is me personally. So I'm speaking from everything on my video I say is me personally, and I'm just projecting it out there, just like some bitch ass nigga last year talk about I'm projecting. Yeah, I am projecting, you bitch ass nigga. And if I'm projecting, stop watching my motherfucking video if you don't like my projections. You go to fucking Century 25 or AMC theaters, they have a projection on the screen of whatever's in the film compartment. If you don't like the projection, you're not going to go pay $15 for that movie, you stupid ass nigga. So if you don't like the projection of the movie, what the fuck you do? You just don't buy the movie. If you don't like my projection, what I'm saying on my motherfucking movie, aka my channel, get the fuck off my page, you bitch ass nigga. Don't sit here talk about like that's why I swear I hate these esoteric faggot ass niggas, man. They be trying to make everything so deep. That's why certain, I'm not gonna name any content creator, but certain people who watch certain content creators, I don't even fuck with them. Like if I see that you, and not even just watch, but you're so infatuated. Anybody that has a like, well, like there's certain spiritual content creators. When I see somebody so infatuated with them and all they watch is them and all they talk about is them, I'm not naming no name. I tend to stay away from those type of people. Like, get the fuck away from me. Like, you're a weird ass nigga. Like, these are the type of niggas who will talk about, oh, it's about getting shit done. It's about getting shit done. And they try to talk to their audience like their audience is retarded. And I'm a victim of that. I always would talk about, oh, you got to be doing something. We got to be creating something. I'm not saying we're not supposed to, but at the end of the day, it's like, nigga, just shut the fuck up and just live your life and talk what the fuck you want to talk about. What the fuck you going on YouTube for talking all this shit? It's just somebody who's talking like that because they're not doing that and they're trying to make it where they're not doing it, but they also don't like people who don't do it. So they're in a conflicting, confusing situation. They hate themselves because they see themselves and other people and they hate that about them, but they're too stupid to change it. So they'll just sit here and just start condemning and talking all this shit. And at one point I was kind of like that, but as you start actually doing things, you start realizing how all of this shit is bullshit. Even what you think you're doing that's so special, it really ain't that special. You're just doing it so you can not experience hell. That's really, or a certain type of hell, because you're always going to experience some type of hell on some type of level, at least for the time being right now. But like I said, like that's really all it is. Yeah, people are retarded. That's why I don't even fuck with a lot of these bitch ass niggas on here, man. Like this is ridiculous. Motherfuckers, I had another point. I missed my point, but it's just motherfuckers are just lame on this bitch. Damn, I had another point. He's like, Faye. Yeah, that was my African name. It wasn't even spelled like that. It was spelled a different way, but I spelled it like that. Faye. Oh yeah, I did sprain my knee. Yeah, yeah. When I sprained my knee, that shit was, oh man, that was because the universe sent me a message. Which like it was just, I don't even want to get into that. Like I don't even like to talk about negative things and shit in the past because that's just in the past. But oh, you switched your ankle. Oh damn. Yeah. When you see, look at the situation you're in, because usually when you have injuries like twisting your ankle and stuff like that, that's the universe trying to send you a sign. So maybe you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing. The universe, because that's nothing just happens for no. Everything happens for a reason. So when you twisted your ankle, maybe that's a sign from the universe that you need to slow down. It needs you to sit down and slow down and rethink what's going on. But like I said, don't think too deep about this shit. Like you have a lot. Like yeah, that's what I was gonna talk about. Content creators talking to their audience like they're retarded. Like that's another thing. Like I'm not saying I never did that. I used to do that, but that's another thing. Like when you see that, that's some type of mental illness. Like ain't nobody that stupid. First of all, most of the people that come across your channel, especially content like mine, these are grown ass men, grown ass women. Ain't nobody that fucking stupid. So I don't know why people talk to people, and like I would like have to ask myself like we're in 2026. I can see if we were like in 2016 or we were like in the early social media days. Okay, I can kind of see it, but we're not in the early social media days. We're in a different shift right now. So nobody's retarded, nobody's dumb. When you see somebody out here struggling down bad, it's not that they're confused and they don't know what to do. That's not what it is. It's because they know what to do. Everyone knows what to do. It's just what you have to do is actually it's too hard for them, or they don't want to do it because it doesn't feel good. It doesn't make themselves feel like they want to relax and chill and be comfortable. And when things don't make you comfortable, but you have to do them, a human being will rationalize why they don't have to do it, because human beings are fucking stupid. So nobody's that dumb. A crackhead on the street who can't see they fucking kids because they're on drugs and they don't have nowhere to stay, they know they need to get the fuck off drugs, but they don't want it because the drugs feel good. It's not like, oh, what do I do? I'm on drugs. I'm on homeless. I don't know what. They know what to do. It's just they don't want to go through that hell. So nobody's that dumb. You gotta always remember that. Yeah, I was doing some here for a porn test with him. See, you say you had an important task. Must have not been that important for that to happen. Because if it was, if you were in alignment with your spirit, with yourself, everything, then it was meant to be there, you would have been there. It wouldn't have been a situation to stop you from going there. So I'm not saying that appointment wasn't important, but obviously it wasn't that important for that to happen. So because you're always on the right track, like especially when it comes to like negative incidents, like when negative things happen to you like that, people say, oh, you're on the wrong track. That's why it happened. No, you are, but you aren't, because for that negative thing to happen to you, the spirit is trying to put you back on the right track. So if you learn from that, you can be on the right track. So when that happened to you, obviously whatever that you were going to do before that happened is not that important as you thought it was. Otherwise it would have, that shit would have fruitioned. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta like, that's why you gotta look at it. And like I said, like don't think too big of it. Don't think too big. Don't think like that's another thing. These spiritual people, they try to make things bigger than what they are. Like even I did it with the breatharianism, trying to make it like, oh, breatharianism is, or you have some stupid ass nigga, oh, it's my Saturn return, man. Oh, this is the time of my life, and it's like, nigga, shut the fuck up. It ain't that bad, didn't they? Yeah, your Saturn return, but don't sit there all day start thinking about it, or don't sit there thinking about, oh, I'm gonna go and create this community, or I'm gonna do, like, you create one, but you thinking it's bigger than it is a signal and a sign that you're most likely not gonna do it. And because if you're actually were gonna do it and we're doing it, it'll be just like secondhand nature. You don't sit here and talk about how you drinking water is such a big deal. Oh, I drink the water and I quench my thirst, and the water touches my tongue and it's so refreshing. You don't talk like that. You just go and drink some water because it ain't that big of a deal. Then you go on about your business. That's how everything in life should be. Once you start making it a big deal, that's somebody who's like insecure, or um most likely insecure, unless you're just on YouTube and you're making money off your content, and your content is about hyping people up and whatever, and you have an audience for that, and that's okay, I guess, then, because that's your way to make money. But if you're not making money from doing that, then you're just somebody who's insecure, or you're really not gonna do what the fuck you're gonna do. It ain't, you don't, nothing ain't that serious really. People make certain things serious. Everybody will make it like, oh, I'm a meditator. Oh my goodness, I'm like, they think they're special because they meditate, or they do something. It's like, bitch, shut the fuck up. You ain't special because you do that shit. You are special, but you special because the fucking, that's who you are. You ain't special because of these things. Oh, I'm doing this, or I work at this stupid ass job, or I just have a YouTube business. I have a fucking a business where I'm pulling in $10,000 a month. It's like, bitch, you're not. Who gives a fuck about that stupid ass fucking matrix shit? But then let you say that it's just, you said, oh my bad. Okay. Oh, you need to do a test for an appointment, but I was doing something to avoid that test. And do you experience exchanges when you become Breatharian? Yes and no. The experience, your experience, because all it does is just makes you who you are. Like Breatharian really is not the thing. Like it's who you are. Like you're already the person that you want to be. It's just you have a lot of blockages, And remember, I told you about the spirit giving you gifts. Like the spirit isn't gonna give you something when you're not ready because you're gonna abuse it, or you didn't deserve it. It's like somebody giving you the ability to get your paycheck, but you didn't put in 40 hours that week. You have to put in 40 hours before you get your paycheck. You see what I'm saying? It's the same way. Like it ain't the breatharian, that shit. It ain't the meditation. It ain't the business. It's not all of these dumbass things. You already are. You are special. The external shit ain't special. You already have everything. It's just your energy is blocked. So you can't express yourself like you want to because the spirit's not allowing you. Because remember, I told you you don't have 100% free will, and this is not your world. So that's really all it is. So you already are these things. It's just you use these things as a tool, and then once you do those things, it opens yourself up and you become who you are. So it just makes you who more of who you are. Like it helps you open up and become more of who you are. That's all it really does. So like if you're an idiot and you're not that intelligent, because there's people who are breatharian, and there's people who aren't breatharian, and there's people who are breatharian and they're dumber than some people who aren't breatharian. There's people who are breatharian who are more smarter than people who are breatharian and aren't. So it just depends on the situation and the person. He said, "I'm glad I got this live." Yeah, shout out to my nigga Third View. I haven't seen you in a minute. Yeah, these bitches ain't shit. People aren't shit, and bitches ain't shit. Like this society is not shit. It's dumb. Everything's dumb. Like And like the reason I say everything's dumb, because I be thinking like, because you'll have people say, "Oh, it's just the government." And like, don't get me wrong, the government is dumb, but I feel like sometimes I be thinking like the government is like part of this shit. Like it's like just this being a human in the body is retarded. Like that's what I'm starting to think. Like I feel like because right now what we're doing, we're trying to evolve to be something greater than a human. Just like you don't want to be no fucking rodent or no fucking insect or no bird. Like who the fuck wants to be that shit? So we don't we've grown, we have evolved past that. So right now as a human, like human is like is not a good thing to be, really. Like obviously you gotta be it to have the experience, but we're trying to get beyond it, because a lot of the issues I feel that people complain about, they'll say, "Oh, like, oh, I want to live free and have resources and everything chill and relax." I'm not saying I don't know, but I'm thinking that shit has nothing to do with, like, there's always going to be a system of barter money regardless if the government exists. Like some people are so retarded, they be giving the government too much credit. Like the government didn't invent any of this. Money, housing, taxes, bills, working, the government didn't create that. That shit's always been here. They just capitalized, they just used it and made it their own way. But that shit has always been here for on the land forever, because the way shit is designed, that's how it's supposed to be. Like, because a human, it's just the way they do it, and who, it's not about what, but it's like who and how they're doing it. Like you can have a gun and use it for bad or good. So everything the government does is not theirs. The government doesn't own money. Money was here before the government, the system, the Masons, whatever you want to call it. It's always been there. It's just the way they use it is retarded. But before that, they had the system of money is always there. You're 100% correct. It's all about recognizing who we really are. We got confused by a bunch of false identities that we adopted to try to fit in lost society. Yeah, we already are. We already are these things. That's all it is. But the thing is, like I said, don't think too much about it. Like we understand that, but like live your life. You don't want to be like a lot of these people out here who they try to talk and act like everyone's dumb for the wrong reasons. Like it's good to act like people are dumb, but when you think everyone's dumb because they don't watch fucking Infinite Waters, or they don't fucking collect a bunch of dusty ass crystals, then you're retarded. You think everyone's dumb because they don't know laws of Ma'at. That's retarded. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you need some type of external source to. And it's like, and plus, why do you even look at it? It ain't even that big of a deal. Like everything that you have externally is supposed to be tools that you use to help evolve and grow. Like that's it. It's not even that deep. Once you try to make it really deep, then that's when you start having problems. But yeah, these bitches aren't stupid. These bitches are stupid, is what I should say. I don't know. I think I said aren't stupid. He said how old? I'm 34. Yeah, I probably don't look 34, but that's why it be kind of like annoying me sometimes because people they'll be thinking I'm younger, so then they'll talk to me like I'm somebody younger, or that they be thinking like I don't know. And I'm not saying because I'm still young. Like I look at 34 as young. That's the thing with me. Like I look at 34 as still young. Like to be honest, like a lot of people be like, "Oh, I'm getting old." Like I heard some stupid bitch ass nigga. He ain't even 30. He's like, "Oh, when I'm older, I be getting tired compared to when I was young." Like, that's because you unhealthy, bitch. Like I'm more physically um and mentally like have more energy than I did in my 20s. But at the same time, when I was in my 20s, I had extreme mental health. I was like low key on the borderline of being bedridden because I had like anxiety because I had the blockage in my neck, which was blocking my nervous system. So the energy couldn't flow to my brain to like the dopamine, serotonin, and all that. It wasn't flowing correctly. So that's why I was depressed. So I was like to the point where I was like bedridden. I was like tired all the time. I didn't want to do anything. And like I got out of that state like around 2020, 2018 is when I started getting out of it. 2020 is when I kind of got my mind back. And then like ever since then, every year my energy's gone up. So like if you guys can see how I am now compared to 3 years ago or 2 years ago, I'm gonna unprivate some of my videos and repost them. I know I keep saying that, but I'm gonna be doing that this week, guaranteed. I'm gonna unprivate and you guys will be able to see like you when you get older, you're supposed to get younger and you're supposed to have more energy the older you get if you're doing these practices and taking care of your health. Anybody that says, "Oh, I'm older and I feel tired of my back," bitch, it has nothing to do with your age. You're unhealthy, you motherfucker. There's 70-year-old people that are bodybuilders lifting bench lifting 200 some pounds. Fucking Ella Tom, the breatharian, Ella Tom Elamine. This nigga trekked whole Africa. He walked from San Francisco to LA. That's a 6 hour fucking drive in a car, LA to San Francisco. He walked from LA all the way to San Francisco. Obviously he took breaks, but when he took breaks, he was in a tent. He stayed in a tent, and but he was walking. I don't know how long it took him, but it didn't take him that long. It took him like a few days like to walk because he was walking most of the time and he was in a tent when he took a break. Like he'll set up a tent and sleep in a tent. And this nigga was like, he's like 50 something right now. This was back in 2019. So he was like in his late 40s, probably early 50s when he did this. So get the fuck out of here. Anybody telling you, oh, the older you get, your back hurt, that's because your ass is unhealthy, nigga. Stupid ass. Don't sit there. I hate when they chat in. You have young people that are in their 20s, that are in their teens, thinking that shit, and then they program their mind. Oh, I don't have the much energy, bitches, because you keep smoking that bullshit ass fucking weed. And you keep eating all that unhealthy ass shit. Obviously, you're not gonna fucking have the energy when you're older. You fucking idiot. It has nothing to do with your head. Oh, I'm getting older. My knees are hurting. Your knees is hurting because your ass is walking and not doing no yoga, no stretches. So obviously you're gonna look like Hunchback of Notre Dame at age fucking 60 with your fucking crippled ass. You're gonna look like that because you haven't been doing yoga your whole fucking life. If you're 60 years old and you've been eating McDonald's and not doing yoga for 60 years, it's gonna take effect on you compared to if you're 20 and you haven't been doing yoga and you've been eating unhealthy for only 20 years. It takes time for the shit to happen. Dumb fuck. I don't know why people don't get that. Anybody selling you the idea that, oh, I'm the older I get, the more tired you get, low testosterone. There's no such thing as low testosterone. There's your ass has fucking illness and disease and you're sick because the accumulation of chemicals and the lack of healthy activities you're doing to rejuvenate the body and the organs. Like stupid. Like people are retarded. Like so don't believe any of that shit. So but you have to actually do something, do the work to get there. It's not just gonna come by default. And a lot of it is mindset too. That's why I say you want to stay away from people in a bitch ass nigga mindset. Like you got a lot of people out here. Oh, like they'd be like, I don't know, just stay away from bitch ass niggas. Like people who are just so defeated. They think it's normal to do dumb shit and think stupid. Like, and then they'll project that onto you. Like they're miserable and they're depressed. So then once they see you happy, they'll like project that onto you. Stay away from those type of people. Because people like that are just fucking bad news. That's good. You look good because you take care of yourself. It's that, and you gotta. It's also a mindset and how you think as well. It's also how you think. If you think you're old fuck, then you're gonna start feeling and looking like that as well. But yeah, yeah, they say when you hit 30, your knees start. That's those. Anybody who's saying that they deteriorate or you get older, you have no. And those are people who don't take care of their fucking health and they're retarded. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. If you're getting tired, if you're getting unhealthy, if your knees are hurting, that's a reason for that. It has nothing to do with, oh, you're just getting older. You're not doing you're not exercising. You're not doing like you. There was this program called P90X back in like the late 2000s. It was called P90X. They'll have it before, and I used to watch the infomercials back in the day. Like back in the day, they had infomercials where at late at night you'll have them. I used to always watch the P90X infomercials. I used to watch them on repeat. Like I wake up at 3 in the morning and watch the infomercials. And on those, not just P90X, they had other fitness, but they had P90X, they had total body workout. And I always just walk. I used to love working out, and I always wanted that program. I downloaded it. I downloaded it off fucking like I think I forgot. I got it. I pirated it back in the day, but I got the program, and but when I was watching it, it will always show an old dude, and he'll be like 50, and they'll show his before picture of when he was like 3 months ago, because P90X was a 3 month program, and he said I did 2 rounds of P90X, so that's like 6 months. He's like, this was a common theme amongst all the people who were, because it was mostly older people like in their 40s and 50s, and they're like they looked fit and they had like muscle and they were lean and the program worked obviously. And they will always say, this is a common thing, they said, I'm in my 40s and I feel better and more stronger than when I'm in my 20s. And one guy was like, the person I am now can run laps around my 20-year-old self, and they will look more fit, and then they'll show a picture when they were younger. So like I said, when you get older, it's anytime anybody who's complaining about health issues when they're older, it's not because they're old, it's because the accumulation and the accumulation of time spent in a certain state. When you're not eating right and you're not exercising, the more time you accumulate in that state, that's what gets it. Like if you don't wash your ass for 3 weeks, you're gonna stink. But if you don't wash your ass for one day, you're not gonna stink as much. You see what I'm saying? If you spend 50 years of your life eating and not exercising, you're obviously gonna develop a problem compared to if you're 25 or 23 and you haven't been exercising and eating good. You see what I'm saying? So it's accumulation, not the age. If somebody's knees is fucked up at 50, it's because they've been walking on their knees and they're not stretching up and lubricating the joints and doing energetic practices that help strengthen the organs and the joints. So therefore the knees is getting more weaker. Because it's like when you have a fucking like any type of like cheap ass product, especially the cheap ass shit they make in China, you use it over you overuse it gets weaker. You have to get another replacement. You have a part for a car or like a stick or something, like a little component for a device. If you keep using it, it gets weaker and you have to get another one, because over time, the accumulation of time, the stress on it, it gets weaker. The same with the knees and the body. But if you're doing practices like yoga, lubricating the joints, qigong, and you're in alignment mentally, then therefore the body's gotta. And I'm not saying you're not supposed to die, but when you die, it's supposed to be just you just die. It ain't supposed to. Who the fuck said you're supposed to die from some type of health illness? If you die from a health illness, that's a problem. Who the fuck says you just can't just drop dead and just when your time is done, you just your heart just stops, and that's it. The spirit says, okay, you're done. Like, I'm not saying you don't die, but people say that, oh, you have to die for a reason. Because like 99% of people, when you look at them, they're like, they die for a reason, whether it be heart disease or whatever. You don't have to die from that. When you die, it's supposed to be just your heart just stops, right? And you just drop dead. You lose consciousness and you're dead. That's the normal way of death. Or you may have an accident or something, like something will happen where an accident happens. But like, for you to die for a health issue, that doesn't make sense. It's supposed to be an accident, or you just drop conscious and your heart stops beating. That's the normal way of death. Yeah. It just, he's like 30 is not old. To be honest, it's like, it isn't really. To be honest, it isn't. Like when I was 30, like that's when I felt like the most energy. Like that's the year where I started feeling the most energy, and my mind was more clear. But at the same time, I had a lot of mental illness and throughout my 20s. Had a lot of mental illness throughout my 20s. So, but the thing is though, like when I got like my late 20s, that's when I started feeling better, and it just, I don't know, I just feel more energized and more better. To be honest. Yeah, like a lot of people who say that they, oh, I'm 30, I'm getting older, and it's like, they're speaking from their perception, because at the same time, like a lot of these people who say that, a lot of them, they're insecure. They're just even when they were in their 20s, they probably thought that they were getting older. Like these are just miserable people when I look at it. Because the way I look at it, 30 is not old, and I look at like 20. At 20 is, it's not even about the age really. It just, because we're in a different time right now. Like even if you want to be technical and say 30 is old, which in some cases I look at 30 being old as in, you may have less opportunity maybe to do certain things, if especially if you're a stupid ass spirit. So it may work against you, because you probably can accomplish more in your 20s. Like if you would have started working at 20, you would have been able to get more out of life than if you started working at 30. So from that perspective, I get it. But as well, we're in another shift where time is actually accelerating and speeding up. So 20 is really not even that young anymore. Like the way I look at it, like the way time is speeding up, you really can't even accomplish that much shit in a day. So you have to be on your P's and Q's to really get the most out of life, because you can't really fuck around. Because I noticed like back in the 20, like back in my days when I was like 19, 18, when you hit I remember back in like 2010 when I turned 18. When you turn 18, everyone was like, oh, you can buy cigarettes. You can go drink. You're 21. You can drink. You can buy cigarettes. You can go to the weed club. And it was looked at as like a badge of honor. You turn 18. You're free. You can have fun. Nowadays, turning 18, turning 20 is looked at as like, oh my goodness, I'm getting older. Like the pressure is more now, because we're in a different shift. You see what I'm saying? Like, there was a time where if you turned 18, like everybody looked at you as like, oh, you can buy all of us cigarettes. Let's go smoke. Let's go get a pack. Let's go buy some weed. Let's go drink. You can do this. You can get us in the club. You can do, and it was looked at as like your life just began. That you can have fun. You're free. You can get drunk. You can get high. But nowadays, it's not even looked at like that, because we're in a more depressing time. You have social media, and that we're in a different shift where the pressure is a lot more. So like motherfuckers in their 20 already feeling like they have a midlife crisis. So we're in a different time right now. Like that's why I say like it ain't really like it was before. So it's like, to be honest, everybody is on a time crunch, just in general. Like it don't matter what age you are, like you can't even really waste time in general for anyone. Even somebody who's like 15, they get like 15 years is gonna go by like that. They're gonna be 30. So it's like, because look how we're already in the month of May. It's already 5 months. We're gonna be halfway through the year in a month from now. And the time is just gonna keep going by quicker. Especially with Uranus just got into Gemini, and it's gonna stay in Gemini. It's gonna get quick. It's just gonna be hella quick. It's gonna get hella quick. And it's gonna be a lot of fucking like, yeah, it's gonna be quick. Because right now, officially, there's nothing but fire. It's mainly water and fire. No, not water. It's mainly air and fire. So everything is just really quick right now and fast. Last year, it was like it was even like 2 years. Let's say 2 years ago, it was water and earth. So everything was kind of like more chill, relaxed, slow. Now you see everything's more sped up. Everything's more quick, fast, and motherfuckers is more like unstable mentally because we got that Saturn energy, a lot of that Saturn. So a lot of people are very like argumentative. A lot of motherfuckers is very ignorant right now. Nobody can really relax like they want to. It's not a relaxing time. Even when you're relaxing watching a movie, you really ain't relaxed. Ain't nobody really relaxed right now. Even when you're doing shit that you relax, you ain't, because the energy right now is not, nigga, you ain't supposed to be relaxed right now. You're supposed to be doing something. And don't let Saturn get into Taurus, nigga, because at that point, niggas really gonna be complaining about rent and bills and the price of shit. It won't even be. It'll probably be like eventually it's probably not even gonna be shit on the grocery store shelves like you guys want. You gotta have to just get whatever the fuck is there, because they're gonna be getting rid of a lot of products and a lot of shit in the future, and then replacing it with fake ass 3D printed shit. So like, especially when it comes to food, like the whole food thing, that shit's gonna most likely change. Chinese basic joke. Let me read some of these comments. People, it's very rare that people say they die and they sleep peacefully. Yeah, you don't want to hear about that no more. And just because you die in your sleep don't mean to be peaceful. You could be having a nightmare and your ass died in that. But I know what you mean. Like some people, like you just die in your sleep peacefully. But do you think jobs are messing people's health up? Exactly. Hell yeah, they are. They extremely. Yeah, that's the main reason motherfuckers are. It's not just physical health, mental health, mental, physical. Like it's good. Like if you like even when it comes to warehouse construction, like I suggest if you guys can, do not get into warehouse and construction. If you're young, you're like 18, early 20s, then it's okay to do a little bit of it. But as you get older, you really don't want to give your energy and waste your time doing like I'm not to like do whatever you feel is necessary, but you want to try to get yourself out of these jobs because it's gonna fuck with your mental health and your physical health, especially when you go to like let's just say you work as a cashier. You know how they have the barcode. You know how they have that red laser that you scan the items with. That shit, exposure to that over time can cause problems. If you're working in construction or in these trades, you're breathing in a lot of toxic chemicals. They used to have a commercial when I was younger, and it'll be like, call this number, call 1-800-277-8974. And if you or a loved one has been exposed to asbestos, asbestos is a chemical known to be in these type of fields of work. And if your loved one has been in it, call and you can get a whatever the fuck they call it, compensation for, like, it was like because asbestos or a different type of chemical fumes that you breathe. I don't know if they do that. I'm sure they do it, but they don't advertise it no more. You probably got to go seek lawyers out for it. But if you have like if you work in these fields, chemicals, you're gonna be exposed to chemicals, and when you're going to work every day, 7 days a week, 5 days a week, every day for like 20 years, that shit builds. So by the time you retire, you're not even gonna be able, like people say, oh, I'm gonna retire. Like you don't want to retire when you're 60. That's the dumbest shit ever. You do not retire when you're 60. That's stupid. There was this guy. He was in front of the office building where I stay at, the leasing office area. Tell me why this dude, it was an old black nigga, right? He was in a wheelchair. And then the dude who works at the office, he was like, oh, I'm saved. He's like, I can't wait to retire so I can go out and have fun and do this and that. And then the old dude, the nigga in the wheelchair was like, don't be just putting shit off, because I want to do so much. But then last year I ended up having to be in this wheelchair. I don't know what disease he had, but he was in a wheelchair. He obviously wasn't in a wheelchair like a few years ago, the way he was talking. So he's like, now I can't even really do what I want to do now. And I was literally, he's like, I'm in retirement now. I just retired last year. And it's like, I can't even do what I want. It's like, don't be putting it off. Just do what you got to do now. And that made me just realize, like, you don't know what's going to fucking happen. Not just with the wheelchair thing, but just look at that from any aspect in life. They want you to wait till you're 60. By the time you're 60, your dick ain't working the way it's supposed to fucking work. Depending on most people's health and shit, your mind ain't the same. You're not even into the same shit. You don't have the energy. And then now you have all this money, but you can't even really enjoy it. What the fuck? That's why I say, like, don't even. Retirement is a lie. You can retire anytime. A motherfucker who fucking makes $1 million a year, they can retire at age 40 if they really wanted to. Like, retirement is a lie. Don't believe in that shit. Based on your opinion, why do you think time's speeding up so damn fast over the year? Because the reason I believe time's speeding up is because this shit needs to like it needs to speed up. Like, there's no reason it shouldn't at this point. Like, why? Like, it needs to speed up because what's so important in life that time needs to be slow. Like, a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't have time to do this. I don't have time to do that." But all the shit that they say they don't have time for is not important. It's shit that you just want to do. So time is speeding up really to because we're in a different shift right now. So everything that you think you need time for, you're just misinformed. You don't need time for it. There's enough time right now. What's going on is you have this fake synthetic system that's still here, having to go to work and having to put your energy in a bunch of bullshit. The way life and society is designed, even for people who are unemployed and who don't work, who got all the time in the world, the way this matrix is designed is built to waste your time. So it's not just about working. Oh, I work 9 hours and I don't have time. Even if you're not working and you're paid and you're self-employed and you're paid, society still has you wasting time. So it ain't just people who work. It's you having to go to DMV, and even the way the road is designed and how everything is so far, it takes you like 30 minutes to get to this location. That doesn't make sense. It's like it's built like that because of capitalism, the way they need their system designed to keep control and whatever. And even when it comes to gas and oil, to make the gas companies rich, if everything is right by here, then you won't need that much gas to go anywhere and they won't make as much money. Like, everything is built a certain way to keep this shit flowing and running. Even when it comes to criminal justice system and like the crime, like, when you create a system like this, there's gonna be crime. There's gonna be people who murder, steal, commit shit. This comes with it. That's why they have to have law enforcement, and that's why the crime doesn't get better. It just only gets worse, or it gets worse, or it stays stagnant. Even if it goes down, it's like it's still there because it comes with the system. They'll have to literally to even stop the crime. At this point, they're either having to change their system for the better of the people, which they're not going to do, or if they want to if they want to get rid of crime while still keeping the system, then they're going to have to create a situation where it's very like a dictatorship or like some type of communist shit where you got to be in the house at 10. You can't do this, and if you do this, you get sent to a camp. They gotta have to do like lockdown, where it's like literally put their foot down and force you to not do it, or like some crazy like Nazi shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, that'll be the only way for them to really get rid of crime. That, or pretty much them just go back to where the fuck they came from and mind their business and have people run their own community peacefully. So therefore, people don't have a reason, because a reason a criminal does crime is because they don't give a fuck about the community. Like, why should I not throw trash on the ground if that area where I'm living at will kick me out of the community if I can't pay rent? I'm not telling you guys to go out and commit crimes or litter, but I'm telling you this is how the average person who commits crimes thinks. They don't have a reason to not hurt people, because why should they not? Like, you're not going to go hurt somebody you love and care about. You're not going to steal from somebody you love and care about. You're not going to go trash somebody's house you love and care about. So when you see criminals doing these things, it's because they're in a system that doesn't give a fuck about them or anyone. So therefore, it's easier for shit like that to be prevalent. Not to say that there aren't people who bite the hand that feed them and do bad things. There's always going to be bad, but the rate that crime is right now, it's like it doesn't make sense. Like, every day there's like fucking hundreds and thousands of cases around the country of people just doing crazy shit. You can see a new video like that. That right there is like, that's man made. That's not even how society's supposed to be. If it was in harmony and we were actually had a community and shit, so it's all retarded. That's the reason why crime and shit exists. Like you got people out here struggling, can't even pay rent and take care of their kids to feed them. And then you got other idiots out here. Oh, why would you go and steal from Walmart? Yet you got this motherfucking billionaire living on a yacht. And I'm not saying like, oh, what's right and what's wrong. I'm not saying that. Like, get your bias out of it. I'm not saying, oh, the billionaire, they need to be broke and give money. I'm not saying that, and I'm not saying people need to steal. I don't even look at life like that no more. Because at the end of the day, that's like I just do what I do to get what I need, and I keep it like that. I try to get out of my bias because things are the way they are for a reason, and this shit ain't gonna be like this shit forever. I could say I don't like certain shit, but my actions of what I do is not based upon something external. Like if I'm gonna go steal from a store, I'm not stealing from a store because a billionaire's rich and I don't have to pay for that. That's not how I make my judgment. If I'm gonna steal from a motherfucking store, I just need something and I don't feel like paying for it, and that's where it ends. Like I'm not gonna sit here and get into my bias and shit because that's one thing you don't want to do. Get too much into your bias about shit because that's really not gonna really do anything. That's not gonna get any accomplish nothing. It's not gonna help anyone. It's like, what's the point of it? And you can look at stuff like that, but it's like you don't really at the end of the day, you don't know what's going on at the end of the day. You don't know why like shit is going on the way it's going on. Like things they go on for certain reasons at the end of the day. And like it's like what you think is ain't really what it is. Like for example, let me give you an example. Like with the whole stealing shit. Like you can say, oh, Walmart, people don't need to buy shit. Everything should be free for Walmart because I'm still. If I steal it, who cares? Because they got $1 billion. But you got to look at it like this: if every person thought like that and stole from Walmart, then you wouldn't be able to steal from Walmart. The only reason you can steal from Walmart and get away with it is because you have millions of people who don't steal from Walmart buying shit. Because if everyone kept stealing from Walmart, then Walmart will shut their stores down and you wouldn't even be able to buy it. It will be an online only thing, or it will be some, they probably won't even sell you because you see what I'm saying? So for you to even be able to steal and get away with it, it's because there's millions of people that are actually buying shit from Walmart, paying for the losses that you take from Walmart. You see what I'm saying? So like, if everyone, so it's a good, if you're a person who does steal from Walmart, it's a good thing that people don't steal because you wouldn't be able to steal. Because if everyone did it, you wouldn't be able to do it. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say I get out of my bias and I look at it like, okay, maybe it's just the system is just a symptom of this fucked up world, and like just being a human in this particular existence. Because you got to remember, existence is infinite. Existence isn't just predicated on just a human being in life and whatever you think. The mind the mind is something so deeper because these the mind creates these organs, the eyes, the nose, the human, all that. These are organs. The mind can create any type of organ that we can't even comprehend because we only can comprehend what's in our brain, what are within our organs. So when if I say like what's going on and you have human ears, you have a human organ. When I talk, your ears are gonna pick up my language. But a cat, it has cat organs, it has cat ears. So when I say what's up, it doesn't hear what's up, it hears something else. Just like when you hear a cat say meow, you hear meow. But if you had cat organs and cat ears, you probably would hear the cat will sound different because you have a different organ. So this existence is not just predicated on the human organ. The mind can create infinite organs. Just like the mind can create cat organs, dog organs, insect organs. It's creating right now, we're experiencing human organs. So all the information and the way we think is limited while we're in this vessel. So this existence isn't just predicated on human organ. So Like I'm thinking like this the existence we're in is just a piece of shit existence. And the system and the governments and all of these stupid ass things of having to work and pay bills and all this and all the shit you don't like, that comes with just being a human. I don't think, like, don't get me wrong, life can be better than what it is. I'm not saying that, but I don't think there's any type of perfect reality or existence like you guys think. In order to get to that, we're gonna have to create better organs where maybe the organs are in a way where we don't have these problems. Where we can't only go so far with that because the human mind we can only think of human shit because we have a human mind. Just like a cat can only think of cat shit because it has a cat mind. A cat can't do your taxes. A cat can't go and fill out an application to get a ID. It doesn't have the organs to think and to do that. Human beings, our organs can't think and do beyond what human shit can be. So there could be something else that's greater than human that we can't even comprehend, but they look at us like we look at a dog. You see what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like just this human experience is a piece of shit. It's this just human experience is a piece of shit. That this is what I'm like looking at. And the system and all of these things that we say we don't like work, that's a symptom. That's a symptom of the fucking problem. Because if we didn't have human organs and our mind didn't create these human organs that have this experience, we wouldn't have these problems. Yeah, you can say the government, this and that and that, and they are not to say, because it can get better. If they weren't here, life could get better, but even then, it's still going to be problems. You're still going to have to do so. I don't think there's any reality where you just sit on your ass and everything comes to you. This is why the government is corrupt. This is why you have Masons, because they're trying to live out a heavenly experience within this world, which when you do that, you have to do what the Masons do. What you're trying to sit on your ass and make money and not do nothing. That's what the Masons do. The only way they were able to do that was control people, manipulate people, kill Indians, steal their resources. Look what they're doing now, sit on their ass making money. So if you want to live that life, you got to do what they do. But if you have a community that's based on harmony within this reality, you have to do it a certain way where everyone's going to have to at least do some type of work. The only way you're going to be able to sit on your ass and have all the resources and just live how most Gen Z wants to live is if you're a parasite like the government. Even like a criminal. A person who's a criminal, like that's the reason why the government, they don't like criminals. It ain't because, oh, you're committing crimes or hurting the community. It's because you're being a parasite off. You're being a parasite like them. To them, they're only allowed to be parasites. Once somebody else is a parasite like them, they call them a criminal. So that's what a criminal is. Let's just say a criminal that benefits financially. Let's just say that, or benefits off the resource. Because there's different types of criminal, but one that benefits off the resource. That's what you call like a person who scams or somebody who steals. And the reason why they don't like that, because you're being what they are, but they're not allowing you to be that. They want you to work to build their system so they can do that. But when you do what they're doing and you're not part of their group, they call you a scammer. They call you a thief because you're stealing the resources and profiting and benefiting your well-being off the resource, and like them. But they feel like they're ordained to do it because their ancestors put them in that situation. You see what I'm saying? So that's all really it is. So I think just if that experience of life that you want to live, eventually I don't think you can live it as a human. Really, it can only go so far as a human. It felt like a blitz of cosmic mantra. Shout out to my nigga Paul Hinton. Damn, that makes sense though. You crazy how you broke it down. Yeah. Oh, about the time speeding up. Yeah. That's another reason time speeding is speeding up for us to hurry up and end this fucking shit. Get this shit out the fuck out of here. Like hurry up and complete what we gotta do. Like it's not a bad thing. If you're doing your task, doing what you gotta do, you don't want to be in this shit forever. I don't care how good you think your life is. You don't want to be in this human body living this shit forever. Like, fuck that shit. This shit needs to speed up. Even the people who are like committing these crimes, that going to war, raising the prices, getting rid of people's EBT, um, just raising the rent, evicting people because they can't pay rent. That shit needs to hurry up and get the fuck up out of here. Who the fuck wants to? Like, time is speeding up is a good thing. All the destruction, the thievery that goes on by the government. They go into other countries stealing their oil. That shit needs to hurry up and get the fuck up out of here. That shit don't need to be here long. So even if they go and steal the oil, even though they go and steal money, they don't even have time to enjoy the money and spend the money. They don't have time to really enjoy the resource and utilize it because the days is going by quick and they about to get the fuck up out of here. And a lot of these Masons and shit that are in the government, they're old. So their days are coming to an end closer and closer. So it's a good thing that time is speeding the fuck up so they can enjoy all the bullshit they're doing. All the hell they're putting people through. Like, that shit's speeding up. So you don't have to experience it as much because it's gonna go by quicker. And if you're on a good path, it goes by fast. If you're on a fucked up path, it goes by fast. So it works both ways. Yeah, like ICE, like the fuck they talk about. Oh, immigrants, you can't be here, but yet every European is an immigrant. Anybody that isn't a native indigenous person of the land by the fucking what they will call pedigree, which is like that's a problem. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why like a lot of like because I was watching this one dude and he was going deep into the whole indigenous shit. Like it's like there's different types of citizens. There's the fake ass citizen, like your American citizen, and then there's like the real actual citizen, which is like the indigenous. And it's like he I don't know if what he said was true, but what he was saying is this is what he said, and this is just his opinion. Like I kind of believe what he's going, but he's like pretty much what's going on is um, a lot of these other countries are changing the way the politics are, whereas like they're like doing something called like nationalizing their resources. So um, like America got rich and wealthy off other countries' resources. So a lot of countries are like changing up they're changing up the way they do economics where they're nationalizing their resources. So you have to actually like be some type of real actual they're not I don't know what's going on exactly because I need to watch the video again, but just to sum it all up, like a lot of other countries aren't like they're not buying um certain bonds from America or some shit. So like every time like America, like corporations like Walmart or you have like your city or they want to build like let's say your city you live in, they want to build like a school or a bridge, they get that money funded. Some of it comes from taxes, but not all of it comes from taxes. A lot of that money comes from like bonds, and other countries will buy the bonds and they will fund these. This is how these cities are able to grow. And I guess like right now, like the nobody's buying like America's bonds or something. This is what he's saying. And like I guess like most of the cities are going broke and shit, and the resources are being scarce, and some of them are going to be non-existent. Which is if you look at it, like you see this inflation, you see how there's shrinkflation, you see how things are getting more smaller in quantity. These companies are laying people off. A lot of these people will tell you, "Oh, the government's doing it on purpose." I don't think the government's doing it on purpose. I think there's something going on economically that that's why the resources are getting more scarce and shitty. Like some of it is done deliberately. Don't get me wrong, some of it is, but I think like because even what they cut off EBT, and I'm like, why would they cut off EBT? But then they'll tell you it's because they want people to work. That's not the reason because they're laying everyone off. The reason is because they're trying to save money because they're losing a lot of money or they're trying to like they're not getting as much money from certain funding that they used to, so they have to cut EBT to recoup some of that money. Like this is what he was saying, and it kind of makes sense because when you see it play out, because I'm not saying some of the economic problems is done deliberately, but I don't think all of it is because you got to understand like when you have if you have a business or something, you have a shitty ass job at McDonald's. You don't want to lose that job because that's money right there. So $1 billion corporation that spent decades to build, they're not going to just ruin their business. They're going to fight for their life. So when you see a business collapsing or going bankrupt, that shit is not done on purpose. There's some shit that's happening behind the scenes that's they're not like even these corporations and shit like they're probably not even able to get the same amount of like because it's all based on credit and funding this whole system. So if they don't get certain funding, then certain shit doesn't happen. So now they got to close. Like this is why you see a lot of these companies probably closing down. Like you see, like why are these companies closing down all of a sudden? And it's like it's. I think it has to do with what the fuck this guy was saying. So like that's why I be thinking like when you see all these economic issues and problems, like it's a lot more than like I feel like that meets the eye. Like they don't know how to. They don't know how the people who run this so-called country. They don't know how to deal with money. They don't know how to deal with money. They're retarded. They fucked up the economic system because they don't know how to deal with money, and then they want to blame it on the people. Like, oh, it's the people. No, they're the ones who created that bullshit. So it's their problem. But then they're trying to create tariffs and taxes and do all this other shit to try to like fix a problem that they created, and like it's not working. Like that's why you're seeing a lot of these shrinkflation, like the inflation and all of this shit. Like why is the quality of everything getting shittier? It's because of what I just said. Like the economics is like fucking it's fucking up or something. But some of it I think is done deliberately though. But probably none of it. But who knows? But that was his theory. And when I was watching his video, and I'll give him a shout out. He's because I fuck with this thing. His name is Taj Tariq Bey. He made a video. I probably post it so you guys can watch it. Like when he was saying all this, it's like it makes so much sense. Like because when you see it, when you see it in reality, it makes sense. Why is everything getting shittier and the quality of shit going down? And then the average person, oh, they're doing what? Why would they do that on purpose? Like why? Who will fucking just ruin their whole system on purpose? Like even like I said, with them getting rid of EBT, that's because they're trying to recoup the money that they're not getting. Like they're trying to cut EBT, so all that money that was going to go to people, it goes to them. It has nothing to do with they want you to work and get a job working, because even with the job working and shit, you have to have jobs and have resources and have things for that shit to even work. And I don't even think that shit working, because like why are they laying off all these people? If they want you to work, why lay off everybody? That doesn't make sense. And AI ain't gonna work. They say, oh, they're gonna replace everyone with AI. That's bullshit, because like they'll say Oracle laid off 30,000 people. And then you'll have the average retard on TikTok talk about how, oh, it's because of AI. Where is this AI coming from? I don't see no AI. If this company laid off 30,000 people and the news says it's because of AI, that means within the next month, 2 months, there should be AI production immediately after they fire those people. And if they don't start immediately, then that means that they're losing money. Because like if you don't come to work, you lose money, right? If you don't come to work. That's why they need you at work. So if they fire you, they're going to replace you. So if they lay off everybody and they say it's AI, then wouldn't they install AI immediately? So therefore the production can keep going. But why is the quality and like the production and everything like going, like, you see what I'm saying? So it doesn't make sense. I don't think it's because of just AI. And even if they replace everybody with AI, the only way that will work is if they give everybody free money. So because who the fuck's gonna pay for all of this shit? Like you gotta have AI build all of this shit, which doesn't make sense. Like they're gonna build all of this shit. They're gonna be running all the McDonald's, but most people who work at these shitty low end jobs. That's most of the people who work in America. Most of the labor is like hospitality, like Starbucks and fucking working at hotels and just dumb shit. Like there's not that many engineers and neo scientists and shit. There's not that many of them compared to the little wage slave jobs. So if you fire all of them for AI, then where people are gonna get money to buy the shit AI makes? That means they're gonna have to give it for free, or they're gonna have to pay people. And even then, it takes resources. A lot of that resources come from other countries. A lot of those resources, they come from other countries. America takes most of its resources This is why America has so much wealth, is because they steal resource from other countries. If America wasn't stealing resources from other countries, America would be just like these other countries that are broke, or they have very meager. You wouldn't be able to just go out and be wasteful. You wouldn't be able to. That's why a lot of these other third world countries are very poor and they don't have no money, because America goes into their land, takes their resources, and uses it for their own growth. That's the only reason. It ain't like, because if that wasn't the case and you have to make do with what you had, people will be living a lot more meager here. You wouldn't be able to live lavishly and be wasteful and all that other bullshit. Just like you can't go to other third world countries. You go to fucking Philippines, they got motherfuckers with AKs and M16s in the mall, because that country is so broke and poor, they can't take a loss like that. They can't take a loss, and people in those countries are more desperate, so they're more willing to do crazy shit to get it. America has the most national debt of all the countries. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. I feel like a lot of shit, like a lot of the economic shit that people are going through is because um like a lot of other countries are like gonna be doing things where you're not even gonna be able to, like, I don't even think the US is gonna be able to get resources like that from other countries like they've been doing eventually. And then when that gets to a point, things are gonna get more scarce, things are gonna get more maybe that's the reason why things are getting more expensive, inflation and all that, because because resources are, I think resources aren't infinite like they tell you they are. I don't think they are. Like, they are, but they're not. Like, I honestly feel like it's like look at it like this. If I have if I have $1 trillion, and let's say if I have an infinite amount of money and you keep asking me for $1 every day and I give it to you and I tell you you can have as much money as you want, then the money's infinite. But if I say I'm not giving you money no more, then the money's scarce. But I still have the money. So the resources of the land, I feel like they are infinite and limitless. But I feel like the land and the spirit, the universe of the land has a conscious awareness. And when it sees the humans are abusing it and shit isn't right, it it dries up that resource where either you can't get it no more, or it will create some type of physical economic situation where it doesn't work no more. So therefore it creates a scarcity. This is why, like, you'll have a drought. Like, you have all these dumbass spiritual people talk about, oh, there's enough resource for everyone, there's enough this for everyone. But what the fuck is a drought? You see what I'm saying? Like, so, shit like that happens because when you're abusing something, the spirit will take it away from you. And this is with anything in your life. You got too much of a good thing and you're abusing it. You don't know how to use it. The spirit will take it away from you. I feel like that's what the same thing is with the land. If you're fucking with the land and you're not doing shit right, it's gonna dry up the resources. And I'm thinking that's part of the reason why a lot of shit is the way it is now. Like, I don't think this whole resources is limitless like people think it is, because a lot of indigenous people who are on the land, who have a right to the resources more than some fucking funky ass European from another country that shouldn't be here. They're not getting that. They're not getting what they have a right to, and that's not right. So, like, I think shit's gonna be changing where that's gotta be, like, it's gotta be resolved. And then because you have the average person in America complaining about how, oh, resources and inflation and the money system, and I can't even buy a bag of Cheetos, it's full with air, the bag is full with air and everything's getting expensive. But it's like, bitch, you shouldn't even be on this land. If it wasn't for Europeans coming over here killing, raping, and destroying people, literally America wouldn't exist, and most of the people here wouldn't even be alive. The reason why you niggas is here is because a lot of Indians were killed. So for you to come here and complain about McDonald's hamburger going up in price, nigga, you really, at the end of the day, the universe is looking at like, nigga, you can just shut the fuck up. Like, if you don't like it, nigga, just don't buy the hamburger. At least your ass still got food to go to the Dollar Tree. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's why I say you don't really want to look at stuff in a biased way. Look at shit like, and I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying, like, just handle your business, mind your business, and try to be in alignment with self. Don't get too deep in this politics shit and all this shit, because people have you thinking shit and you be looking stupid. Like, most people, at the end of the day, most people in America are retarded and they're not even doing shit, even with the resource. Like, you got fucking people out here on TikTok and on Instagram. I make $50,000 a month, but it's like, what do you do with that money? You're just a fucking consumer. You're just a fucking leech. You're not doing nothing. So if the economy collapses and prices go up and you complain, oh, they're pricing us out of this. Don't get me wrong, that is wrong. It's wrong what they're doing. But if you look at the grand scheme of things, like, motherfucker, like, you shouldn't even be on this land using this resources. People have to die. Other countries, third world countries, have to fucking go broke and be just for you to get your little fucking bullshit, and you have the audacity to complain. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, and I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just like looking at, like, I just letting you guys know, like, the way shit is. You got like people complaining about shit, and it's funny. They owe more than money. They owe fucking the people in America, the people who, because America's a corporation. Don't look at it like like a country. It's a it's a corporation. It's not has nothing to do with this land. They're just right now they're just occupying it and setting up their business on the land. It's America isn't the land. This is where they're setting, and I don't even say they're setting up, because the American corporation, I don't even think is in America. It's in another country. I think they say it's in Europe or something. Like, the corporation where it's registered and where it operates, it's not even in this on this land. It's like in Europe. That's what I think that's what it is. Like, I heard that somewhere. So it's crazy. That's fucking crazy. He's like, I believe America's the most. Yeah, he said that. Yeah, there are certain types of people who abuse power with the corrupt system, like a cop giving someone a speeding ticket over petty situations. Yeah, fuck police, man. I don't know. Like, I really don't give a fuck about no damn cop, but like, I know what you mean though. Like a lot, all of that shit is all fraudulent. It's fake. Like, who? Like, first of all, like, if somebody's speeding, I understand, like, you got to keep the plate, you got to keep the streets safe, but who said you got to give somebody a ticket and take their car away if just because they're speeding? Like, it should be dealt with on a case by case basis. Like, maybe they should take a class or something, but I don't know, man. I don't like that whole, like, because it's all like corrupt, like you said, and most of that is just to get. But, like, for example, a seatbelt ticket. That was a seatbelt ticket. Like, why would you get a ticket for getting a seatbelt? If I don't want to wear a seatbelt, that's my business. I don't have to wear a seatbelt. Why would you charge me if that's done? But yeah, exactly, Facebook. If you're not working, society is still set up for you to fail. You're still getting charged every place. Cars the vehicle. This system does not support you. Yeah, this system doesn't support anybody. This system hasn't done shit for me as well. I remember growing up, my dad used to say, "Oh, you're from America. You come from this country. America has an opportunity. Like, at the end of the day, any opportunity I have, I created myself and people in my family who worked hard to slave and put me in a position. I'm gonna respect that. This country, this system didn't do shit for me. This country, this system do shit for me. Because at the end of the day, if I didn't have parents who were there who to help me growing up as a kid, I'll be in a whole different situation. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't. I hate when people like to say, like, they try to make, oh, you come from America, the greatest country. Then shut the fuck up. Fuck this damn country. First of all, it ain't even a country. It's a corporation, and the corporation doesn't do shit but just tax and drain the people of its energy. So I don't fuck with this country like that, or this corporation. And that's what we got to start calling it. Call it a corporation. This is not a country. It operates like a corporation. It ain't gonna last. This shit's good. If you look at how America is right now, like they said, make America great again. This shit would never be great. and in any type of greatness it has gotten wasn't for the people. It was for like, because when they say make America great again, that means the people who are in office, they want to be able to scam America and get it back on track where they get money. So like that's what Donald Trump is doing and shit. What he's doing is like trying to like scam the people and create more, like try to like, they're trying to get more money from the people. So that's why ever since this nigga got in the office, like the shit got worse. They did the tariffs, they cut EBT, all of that shit is the scam to get, so they can get more money. So they did in a way make it great for them. And even then, not even, but America would never be great. Because at this point, like nobody, like there was, I seen this fucking, I seen this video and there was this guy, he had a Donald Trump store. And he opened the store when I guess this nigga lost, when he lost the election back in 2020, when he lost it to Biden. And he opened the store, I think before then or around then. And his store was like, his store was making a lot of money. Like he was like selling out, and like his store was booming, his business was booming. But then once that nigga got into office in 2024, I guess like last year his company, nobody went, because once Trump got into office, all the people that fuck with Trump and went to go to his store, because it was a Trump store, so they sold hats, they sold shirts with his face on it, they sold fucking just all this Trump memorabilia shit. And once this nigga got into office in 2024, his he had to shut down his store because nobody was going to buy that shit no more. Because like nobody gives a fuck about Trump at this point. Even the people that like him know he's retarded. It's just at this point is he if you're like for example, if you're a racist bigot, then you're gonna say Trump is good, not because he's good, but just so you can trigger and upset like the person who's Democrat, or you just want to show yourself you're racist. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, somebody be like, ICE is good, but it's like, bitch, you still broke as fuck. You still miserable. You still take antidepressants. What the fuck is ICE doing for your miserable ass? You're still a miserable, sad individual. You have suicidal thoughts. You some cracker that probably wants to shoot up the Mall of America. But yet you say, I'm for ICE. ICE is good. ICE hasn't done nothing to help your mental illness. So it's like it's fucking crazy how life is. Like people are retarded. It's just a projection to show how angry and racist people are. But shit's funny. Yeah, man. You said the asbestos commercial. Yeah, they used to show them motherfucking commercials all the time. Oh man. It's 6 in the morning. Yeah. I didn't even talk about women are lame. I don't want to say all women are lame. I don't really have an issue with women like that. I just, most of these bitches, I just say that just as a fucking clickbait title. Because I know there's a lot of fucking like weird ass people that are, oh, women are lame. And then when they click the video, like, so it kind of puts it in the algorithm and it gets the views up. Yeah. Cause even I be looking at this shit like it's a game. I be telling you about like fuck YouTube, but then I be looking at it because I be trying to like get my views up and shit. But I don't do it out of like money. I just want to get my just to get the views. It's like a video game to me to see how I can get the views. Let me put that out. Let me put some type of word in the title to get people click. Like that's the reason I do it. Like I can't really give a fuck about this stupid shit. I feel like relationships are not as doomed as it. I don't think so too. It isn't. It isn't. It's just you have to like the old traditional relationships are doomed. That's the problem. It's the old relationships. Like you just going on meet somebody at the club, one night stand. But like if you in order for a relationship to work now, you have to actually put in the work in yourself and be doing something productive in your life for you to have a good relationship. And even then, that could sometimes not work. But guaranteed, you're gonna have to do that to get a good relationship. Like you're not just Like that's why I don't even understand how people. Oh, I'm gonna go to the mall and meet some girls in the mall, and we just no, that shit don't work now. Because first of all, how you meet somebody is it's really like it's gonna say a lot about the relationship and how it ends and what happens during the relationship. So if you meet somebody and you're at a Wendy's, it's like most likely that relationship is gonna be retarded because you met them getting some fucking food at Wendy's. Like it's not like you were doing something special or you were in a certain mindset where you're like at a certain location and you're just it was a spiritual synchronicity. It's not. It's all some bullshit. So that's why most relationships they fail. Like I a lot. Plus, a lot of men are just like because men are like I don't know. Like I'm just very intuitive, and intuition's not really a masculine trait. So a lot of this is why a lot of men are retarded when it comes to like being able to see a lot of energies because and even women are intuitive, but like at the same time they're really not like people say they are because they'll say, "Oh, women are intuitive; they could pick up." But why are so many women in so many fucked up situations? In terms of not even just with relationships, but even financially, socially, mentally. The average female is mentally, socially, financially, relationshiply fucked up. But where's their intuition? I thought the women have intuition to know how to better their life. So it's not like that. Don't get me wrong, women do have intuition, but it's like it's more than just it's just they have different type of intuition. They have intuition to make them mentally ill, to make them feed their delusions. So it's not really for the betterment of themselves. But I don't think relationships are as doomed as they look. Yeah. I will never tell you guys to not get into one. I will never tell you guys to not get into a relationship. I don't think that's it. I don't think that's the way. I don't think that's the way. Yeah. But the only reason, like, it's funny how a lot of people be hating on, like, oh, escorts and strippers. The only reason escorts and strippers aren't popular is because they're expensive. If they were cheap, escorts and strippers would be the most, like, if it the reason why, like, you know how you have niggas like, oh, escorts and strippers, I'll never get one, or this or that, or they'll talk down upon it like it's something. The only reason people talk down upon this shit is because it's expensive. So it's a waste of money. That's why it's like it is a waste of money. Escort strippers, that's a waste of money. But if it was cheaper and it was norm not I don't want to say normalized, but if it was like it was like they had an industry. You know how you have the weed industry, you go to the weed club and dispensary and buy weed, how they normalized it and made it into a business like dispensaries or they have a liquor store. If they made like escort stripper, like the whole prostitution shit, like Amsterdam did it, you'll notice how it will be more like the perception of it will be different, especially if it was cheaper. Like it was like the same price to get like $20 to get like a hooker. That's like fine and it's normal. And it's done in an orchestrated way and it was a business. Then it will have a different perception on it. The reason it doesn't now because it's illegal and it's a lot of it costs a lot of money. Part and the reason it costs a lot of money is because it's illegal. So now they can like charge a lot of like higher prices and shit. So that's the reason why it's not really normalized. Like, cause like man, I'd rather just get an escort than waste my time with like. Don't get me wrong, I will still like if I ever get a female, it will be mainly like I'm trying to get a relationship or find somebody. But in the meantime of me trying to find somebody, then you just get escorts and strippers. I'm not gonna sit here wasting my time with no dumbass bitch oh, we gotta go out to eat dinner and this and all this and trying to be in the DMs and do it. Like, get the fuck out of here. Even if you're rich and you have money, you're pretty much able to do escort shit without having to meet an escort. Because when you're, let's say you're a millionaire, all you got to do is just show the bitch you got money, and then you pretty much can have sex with a bitch because she, especially these times, she's looking at you like a bag. So a person who's rich, you got money, they can pretty much treat the average female like an escort without treating her like an escort based upon their financial status. So you're already doing that when you're rich, but when you buying an escort, it's not that escort replaces the woman. It just, if you're trying to go and get some, literally trying to find a good relationship. In the meantime, escort strippers is good. I'm not gonna sit here and wait for no bitch just to fuck. Like, I'm not waiting for no bitch. There's too many bitches out here, and I'm gonna be talking to multiple of one, and I'm gonna be going to escorts. And then if I find a female that's good to be in a relationship with, then okay, then at that point that would be the female. But I'm not gonna be waiting to just fuck this bitch. That you can kiss my fucking ass. In the meantime, I'm gonna go get an escort if you don't like, the bitch don't even have to know about it. Because don't females do that? Females do the same thing with men. But the thing is, they don't have to go get, a female doesn't have to get an escort. All they got to do is just go, because a female can get sex easily. So females do the same thing. They be talking to one man to be having sex with a whole bunch of other men. That's escort shit. But women can play the escort game for free because it's easy for a female to fuck a man compared to a man, unless the man has a lot of money. And even if you want to say, oh, the man, you got game and you got game and style, and you don't got money like a regular person who works at a regular job or whatever, you still have to go on the DMs and talk to the girl. It ain't like you just go to a girl and grab her pussy and fuck her. You can even be the most attractive man, whatever, that you think you just go to a female, grab her pussy, and then you fuck it. A female could go to a man, just grab his fucking shit, and then they could just start fucking right then. A male can't do that. No matter how attractive you think you are as a male, you ain't just going up to no female, grabbing her pussy, and then you fucking right there. Maybe if the bitch is drunk, hella drunk, okay, I don't know, probably, but and even I don't know, probably if the bitch is drunk, but even then, what are the odds of you being the bitch drunk unless you're at a club or something? Damn, it's raining. God damn, I hate the fucking rain, man. I don't hate it. It depends. Like, I used to like the rain when I was like a fucking miserable ass person, and I like to just stay in the house all day and play game, and I did not like the rain. But now when I had see the rain, is like, kind of makes me like, damn, man. When the skills up here. Yeah, but I don't mind like escorts and strippers. Like, I haven't got one in a while though. Probably like about a year. I don't like, it's a waste of money. I don't like going getting like, even if I was rich as fuck, like I had like millions, then that'll be probably my main way. Like, even then I just wouldn't, like, it's just a fucking waste of time, and it's annoying. Like, talking to a female, you gotta waste your time talking to a stupid bitch and be in the DMs, and it's just a waste of my fucking time. I don't have time to waste like that. Unless I know the female is really down to fucking whatever, then that's different. But I'm not gonna sit here and try to hit. It's a waste. I'm not getting no money from it, and that's the thing. Well, like, at least a female, they getting some money from it. They getting some sex from it. A man is just getting sex from it. That's it. Which is like, when you're young as fuck, like, okay, I get it. But when you're older, you like, unless you like somebody who's just addicted to sex or whatever, and you're like somebody who's like, then you'll probably spend your whole fucking day just looking for fucking pussy. You'll be broke as fuck looking for pussy all day because you got some type of sex addiction. But it's like, it's a waste of my time. Like, I'm not gonna sit here talk to some bitch all day every day just to fucking, that's stupid. Got me fucked up, dumbass bitch. You ain't shit. It's a waste of time. And then most females nowadays, they drain your fucking energy. It's like, It's like you have to do something for them. It's like it's always something you have to do for them. It's ridiculous. I don't have time for that shit. Like, why in the fuck is it raining, man? Damn. What the fuck is going on? I got some more of that soap. This is the best fucking hand soap you guys can get. It's hand and body soap. I just use it for my hand though. This shit is hella fucking good. It smells hella good. It smells like oranges. Like literally, it smells like fucking orange peel. Shit smells hella good. This right here. Orange bergamot. Yeah. Made with olive and argan oils. Yep. Cause no matter what females want you to perform. Yeah. For real. No, it's like it's just retarded. It's like they want you to do all this stupid. It's just a waste of time, man. It's like I'm at a point where I don't even want to waste my time on shit like that no more. Like I just this is retarded. I'm not saying I'll never want to be in a relationship with a female. This is not what I'm saying. It has to be perfect for me to be in it or near perfect. If there's a product, and plus most females like I can't even like for example like I used to be into like fat bitches and shit, but it's like ever since I'm getting healthier and I'm breatharian, not fat, but like females that are thick, not fat, but like thick. And I used to like females that are thick, and I still do, but I can't date no thick, fat ass female because like I don't like that's unhealthy. Like the bitch is unhealthy. She's eating garbage. I don't eat that. I'm not. I fast a lot. So like if I want to fuck a bitch that's big, I can't date them. It has to be like some type of fetish shit. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's weird because a lot of the females that I'm attracted to, I don't want to date. Like I have like a lot of fetish when it comes to females. So like the females that I'm attracted to, I don't want to date them. But like the females that I would want to date, I'm attracted to them, but not like fetish attractive. Like cause I have fetish attractive and then I have attractive. So like if I'm trying to like the fetish attractive is more intense. But females that I have that fetish attraction to, I don't want to date them. I don't want to be around them like that. I just want to fuck them and leave them. But then the females I wouldn't mind being in a relationship with, they look good, but like they're not as intensely fetish attractive to me. So this is why I like escorts and shit because I can like the females that I'm attracted to fetish wise, I could fuck them and not have to be with them because it's like I don't like to be with them and shit. The ones that I'm really, you see what I'm saying? But there'll be females that I be seeing that like they're in like I can see myself being with them. They seem kind of on the roll, but it's like I'm not really attracted to them like that. That's why I like escorts because I don't want to be with no bitch that like it's I can't just be with you just because the sex. Like if your personality's trash and I can't see myself around you, I don't even want to be around your ass. Damn, why is it raining so fucking much and it's storming? This fake ass rain, nigga. I hate this shit. Damn, man, I hate the rain so much, man. It's fake ass rain. It just started raining it out of the blue. Yeah, he's like, it feels like you're not gonna be able to because we're deep in this ship. Like you gotta look at it like don't close yourself off. There's always a way. Like remember, like we're in remember in reality there's always a way. If you really want a female to be with in a relationship, you can get one. The spirit, this is why I say be in alignment with yourself, mind your business, and don't pay too much attention to external shit and put it like it's your own shit because you can find somebody out there. Don't think, oh, we're in the shift, we're this. This is why a lot of people they fuck themselves up. Like because they'll be thinking like, oh, I can't do this or I can't be successful. I can't do like they'll put all these limitations on themselves because of what they see on social media. Like even when it comes to like the whole shift stuff, like how do you even know we're in the shift? Not to say we're not, but you got that from social media. Like if you want to know you're in a shift, go out in life and live it yourself and have that experience. And then it could be a shift where your shift is different. Your shift is you end up getting a female because you were in a shift, right? So that means you're shifting from old energy. So in this new energy, you could probably get a relationship because it's a shift for you. But if you look at it like the average spiritual conscious nigger out here, then they're gonna be like, oh, it's a shift. Everyone's this, and everyone's depressed, everyone's broken, has no money, and then you're gonna create that reality. Because at the end of the day, not everyone is not in a happy relationship. Not everyone is broke down bad even if it's only like a few percent of people, like you can be part of that. You see what I'm saying? You can still have some type of so don't look at it like oh it's a negative situation. Don't look at it like that. But when it comes to stuff you want, don't. But at the same time, when I speak about the shit and like there is certain shit that is solidified in the shit, but that has to do with stuff that's not in your control. Like if you go out in public, the average person is retarded. Not everyone's retarded, but the average person is. That's gonna get worse. That's gonna get more. But that doesn't mean you can't be like, for example, you watch my page and like you found somebody within this shit that resonates and is able to like, and vice versa for me. People in the chat, like somebody, like few people in the chat, I'm like, okay, they cool. I could see myself doing something with them. But if I would have closed myself off, well, everybody's retarded, then like that energy wouldn't be there. So you got to look at all the things in your life that you like and that are good and say, okay, if this can happen, maybe I can do it with other things. So don't look at it like oh we're in a shift, you can't find a relationship. Don't get me wrong, most people aren't gonna find one, and those are gonna be the people who aren't shit. But if you put in the work, you can still get whatever. But me personally, I'm not. That's not even my focus right now. I just put that in the title just for like clickbait. So I don't really give a fuck about any of that shit. I just put it in the title for like clickbait to get it in the algorithm and to get the views up. Because when you're like the way the algorithm work now, you got to talk about some negative shit. Like if I were to put depressed, stressed, and suicidal, I would have probably had like 20 people in here. But like I don't want to put that type of negative. Like I don't mind putting like women are trash, but I don't want to put like oh depressed and suicidal. Like I'm not trying to put that as my fucking title. I don't care how many views. I don't. I'm not. I just can't add that type of energy. So I'm not gonna do that. What if you can get a chick you're attracted to that you were compatible with? You can probably find that though, right? Yeah, you can find that. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I could, like, I'm not trying to look for no relationship like that. But if one comes around, I wouldn't mind it being that. But I'm not like trying to look, and I'm not like, oh, I'm pushing myself, or I never want to date no female. That's not what it is. Just I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not making an effort other than the effort on myself. So if you're trying to find a female, don't make an effort to go and get one. Oh, I gotta dress nice. I gotta make sure this is that. Make an effort to better yourself and be in this right mindset. That's the only effort. Don't be an effort like you gotta impress this bitch. Like who the fuck you trying to impress? Like men don't even really get that much out of the fucking deal compared to women. They get the money, the stability, and they get the fuck the man. The man just gets to fuck the female, which you can say, oh, that's good, but if that's all that comes with it and nothing else, then that shit is kind of not a good deal. Especially in the long term, when the man is putting energy and effort into the relationship and he's not getting nothing but just pussy, and the female is getting dick and she's getting all this other shit, free dinner, free meal, because the way society is, the female gotta treat the man gotta treat the female, otherwise the female's not gonna want, like, fuck all that shit, I'm not doing that. Like I don't mind, like, if it's like, okay, I can see going out on a date and you just go out to dinner and get her something to eat. I don't mind spending a little cheap ass fucking buying her a little meal at this, even if it's like a regular ass meal at a 3-star restaurant. And okay, I'll do that. But when it comes up paying bitches bills, buying her a new watch or purse or anything material, I'm not doing that unless we're gonna fuck or whatever. As far as I'll go is we'll buy dinner and in a movie or something like that, and some drinks. But I'm not like gonna buy no material item and shit. Like that's where I don't do it unless we're doing something. But movie dinner, I'll do that because I don't really like. I look at that like, okay, that's just the investment you have to do. And it could be. I'm not gonna say we're gonna go to the cheapest fucking restaurant. You go to a normal restaurant that's like 3-star or whatever. But I'm not gonna like invest all that fucking like energy and time. Like fuck that shit. I'm not buying no. That's why a lot of men, they become homicidal. They get hella angry and want to kill a bitch and do all that because they put so much. Not just with females, but anybody. You give your energy to somebody you didn't like. A lot of people who crash out over a female, it ain't because they gave a fuck about the female, but it's because how much time they put in. They probably paid the rent. They probably bought a bitch a car and put her name in it, and then now she doesn't want to get the car back, or she damaged the car or whatever. And then he put all that money. That's why a lot of people, they crash out in life, because they put so much energy into something and they lose it. That's why you have to be careful what energy you put into it. Like somebody who like you loan somebody like $100 or whatever, or $1,000, and then the next month they end up doing some shit to fuck you up. Now you feel more attached to that situation because you helped that person. Whereas if you didn't help that person and they did some fucked up shit to you, then you could just say, all right, fuck you, I'm leaving, and feel good about it. But if you give so much of your energy and then they do some fucked up shit, then that gets you kind of like angry and kind of bent. Like, this bitch ass nigga did all this after I did. That's why I don't even really like to help people like I used to no more. Like, I had a dream the other day, the spirit telling me, like, there was somebody asking me for like groceries and to get stuff, and I was gonna go get some food for this person. And then somebody came to me in the dream, was like, don't be just helping people like that. And like, it was a sign for me not to help. And don't get me wrong, it's good to help people, but like right now I'm in a situation where like I don't need to be helping people like that right now. Like, I need to help myself. Like, because sometimes I be thinking like I have a lot to give physically, because I be having a lot of shit that I don't even use. Like, but and I'd be like wanting to just give it away, but I'd be like, no, I'm not gonna just get like that Series X. I haven't played that Series X in months. I was gonna give it away to somebody, but the spirit tell me don't do it. But I'm looking at it like, why am I gonna be giving away my shit like just for no reason? And it's good to give and stuff, but I'm not in a position right now where I need to be giving right now. Like, and if I do give to somebody, it needs to be something where it's warranted. Like, okay, this person is the reason I'm doing it. It doesn't have to be like they gave me something or they gave me money. It could just be the person in general, and we had a situation or we had a conversation and the conversation was good, and they told me the story and I was like, okay, let me just might as well give this away to this. Like, it has to be something like that's beneficial. It doesn't have to be material. It could be like a conversation or just something they told me, or like, don't just give recklessly is what I'm learning. That's one thing I'm learning. I'm not going to be doing that no more. And plus, and when you do a lot of that shit, like, that's why when you get in a relationship with not even just with females, anybody, man, like, for you have a friend, and or you have a relationship, you just any type of dealing with people, you never want to put too much energy. Don't sit here and just be like, oh, I'm gonna give you this, I'm gonna do this for you, because you gotta understand, like when you do nice things for people, that doesn't guarantee that they're gonna be receptive. Because I had there was a situation that happened to me last month where I helped somebody. There was a relative I helped, and I got them a lot of stuff. And when it was time for them to do something, it was like a problem. So it got me kind of upset, and I didn't waste money on them really. Like it was a situation where I helped them, and I did spend some money, but it was whatever. But I cut it off there, so now I don't really help that person at all anymore. Like even though I could, because there was a situation where they needed help, and usually, like me, if I have, let's just say, if I have a lot to give, and somebody needs something that I have a lot of, I automatically be like, "Oh, I got you. I can do it." But now I don't do that no more. Cause just because I have a lot doesn't mean that I'm supposed to be giving to you. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like that's why you don't like. I realize that because when you need to get some when you need the help from that person, it's not guaranteed that they're gonna want to help you back. They're gonna just find a reason why they don't want to help you, and then it's a problem or it's an issue, and you're thinking like, how's I just did all this shit for you? Is like that's nobody told you. Because they tell you like nobody owes you anything, and in a way they're kind of right. So at that point, if nobody owes you, even though I helped you and you don't owe me nothing, okay, then I just won't ever help you if you need help because I don't owe you. Remember? So that's what I'm doing now. Like I don't even like I have a Series X right now. I don't even play that. I was good. I'm gonna sell it, but it's like if I sell it and get like 300-400, I don't really need to sell it. It's not like oh I need 300-400 to sell it. But it's like at that point, like that's why I like to give away my shit sometimes. Because like if I go and sell it, I don't need the money to sell it. So I might as well just give it and make somebody. But it's like that's why I used to be. But now it's like I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna keep it, or I'm gonna sell it to somebody. And if I don't need the money after I sell it, I just sell it and keep the money. But I'm not giving it away to nobody for free. Like fuck that shit. Unless it's somebody I'm really cool with, or some situation that happens where somebody did and like that's what I'm realizing right now. I'm not doing that shit. It's crazy. Oh fuck. Damn, I didn't do my stretch yesterday. Fuck, I gotta remember to do my stretch. The day be going by so quick, I be forgetting to do my stretches like every now and then. Damn. And that's something I need to do too. I be forgetting to do my stretch. It's been about 2 hours. Oh man, I'm getting kind of tired. Oh man, I'm getting tired, man. I hope it stops raining. Cause I need to go out and do some shit today. I just hate this damn rain, man. Like this shit be annoying. Yeah, I might end this live stream soon. I'm gonna be on a lot more often now. I'm just gonna be running this rant and talking whatever I feel like talking about. Like I didn't even want this video to go deep, but I kind of went deep a little bit. But like even when I do go deep, it's always something that you can better yourself. I don't just start talking about stupid shit like Pleiadians and fucking just dumb shit like that doesn't matter. Like you have this motherfucker talking about like I don't know. I keep hearing about like scientists were kidnapped and killed, and they're trying to kill. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like the fact that I hear about that story so much makes me not even take it seriously. Like if I hear something so much and it's so popular and it's getting so many views, I automatically look at that shit as some type of like narrative propaganda. That's how I look at it. So I keep hearing about these scientists that were kidnapped or killed or I don't know what the fuck happened to them. Like I don't even care because I'm hearing it so much, I automatically know it's not important. Because everybody who's talking about it is somebody I don't even take serious. So like, or I automatically look at them like they're retarded. So it can't be nothing special about that situation. It's like, oh, they're killing scientists, but then before, or they kidnapped and killed these scientists, but before the scientist was killed and kidnapped, you didn't even know who the fuck they were. You know, you just happen to know who they were after they died. But they're so important. Those scientists were so important, but you didn't know what they were doing until after they died. Like, you didn't know that they existed till after they died, but they were so important. The fuck? And they don't, scientists die like every day, like, or every month or week or whatever. Like, what would make those ones like this? I don't know. People are retarded. I don't even. It's only important. People are like, well, these is different because these scientists, like, okay, it's propaganda. They put it on CNN. They put it on the mainstream, or they made probably some stupid nigger like Billy Carson talk about it, because Billy Carson is like the CNN for, he's like the Fox and CNN for the spiritual community. So anytime they want you to know about something in a spiritual community, but they can't put it on CNN and Fox because it's too spiritual, they have to have some nigger like Billy Carson or that Black Magic 363 dude talk about it. That nigga's not even spiritual. All he does is just fucking um have other spirit, he has other people come on his channel. He's like a DJ Vlad or Adam 22, but for the spiritual community. Like, he has no talent, he knows nothing other than what somebody tells him that comes on his platform. So the people on his platform make his platform. Like, if Adam 22 would stop inviting rappers to his platform, or Vlad TV stopped inviting rapper people to his platform, and they were just to the talk, they wouldn't get as many views because nobody gives a fuck what they gotta say. That's like that Black Magic 360. Like, nigga, you don't know shit. Like, you have all these type of people come on your page, nigga. You don't know anything. The fuck is that? It's weird. Like, how you have all these niggas on your fucking page? I feel like we won't have even have really take females on dates anymore. Yeah, I think relationships are gonna change. Why did Adam say how to his bro? I don't know. I don't even follow that nigga. Okay, well, hold on. Hold on, give me a minute, guys. I'll be right back. How do I fucking mute this shit? Yeah, I don't know shit about Adam 22. Like, I don't even. I only like every now and then. The only I don't even watch that nigga no more. Last time I watched that nigga was like 2 years ago. And I don't even watch that shit. So I don't know about any of the this shit. Like I watched that nigga like probably like a year and a half ago, and I watched it like 1 or 2 times. And the only reason I watched it because somebody had reposted it, and it was like I guess it was a fight in his studio or some shit. That's the only time I watch it. If there would be like a fight in there or people be cussing each other out, I don't watch his interviews. I don't watch all that rap shit, and I can give a fuck about rap culture and all that. I don't. That shit doesn't entertain me. It's boring as fuck to me, to be honest. All them niggas are just retarded, and they care about. It's funny how they try to act like they're so against the system. Like the way I look at it, a nigga in the hood and a nigga in prison, the average, not every nigga, but the average nigga in the hood or the average nigga in prison, they act like the white man more than a nigga that's like me, for example. Like they act more white, like because their mentality, like the average nigga in the hood and the average nigga in prison, they have like white man mentality. Meaning they want to be accepted into the system. Like you have so many niggas in the hood, like they're trying to like they'll be like, oh, we gotta get out the hood, y'all. We gotta get out the hood. So we gotta make it on the internet, or we trying to get out the hood and move on. Like, chicken, shut your stupid nigger ass up. First of all, it ain't even that deep. Don't get me wrong. Like, who the fuck said you gotta move out the hood? Why don't you try to get the hood better? Make the hood your community and make it better because you got your whole people there. So who said you gotta move out the hood, nigga? Like, why not fix the hood and make it better? And then secondly, like they trying so hard. You go to the hood, right? This is why black people have no culture because you go to the hood and then they'll sit there and make it look like um, the only success you can have is robbing people, stealing, being a rapper, or going to college. Like they have no creative um, ambitions. Like I'm gonna create something that's just not part of what I've been taught. It's either like they'll be like, um, you should be a rapper, or you should go play basketball, or you should go to college. And if you don't do that, you're gonna be in the street, you're gonna be in the hood. Like there's no other type of success. And then even their whole concept of success is retarded because they act like making money is the end all. Like it's never like I'm gonna make money so I can get my situation right and try to probably help this community. It's never that. It's always some dumb shit. That's why I don't even really feel like racism really exists like they want you to believe. Like a lot of the reasons why black people go through the shit they go to is because of their ignorance. Like even when it comes to black business, I don't support black business. Black business have the worst service ever. 99% of black business that I've ever dealt with, horrible food, horrible service, horrible attitude. I don't support black business. If I have my business, I would never put black owned. Cause first of all, not just because I'm not black, but like, do you ever think that there's people out there that deliberately won't go to your business because they know it's black owned? Like me personally, when I see black owned, I don't go to it because not because I'm racist or none. Some people do it because they're racist, but me, when I see somebody celebrate their blackness and their culture by putting it on their business, it lets me know that that business is trash. Because every business I go to that has black culture, that has black business, black owned, the food they're overpriced, the quality sucks, and the service is horrible, and the customer service is horrible. 90, probably like 95% of all black business. This is why I don't trust that. This is why I don't go to them. So, cause I noticed it's some type of like pattern with cause black people, they care about money and getting ahead, which is good. But this is why when it comes to the communities, black people fail the most at business. You go to an Asian place, they have this shit cheap. They have this shit really, it's cheap. The quality's there. They have it. Go to an Asian Chinese place. They give you a whole bunch of food, very cheap. Go to a black place. They're gonna charge you like $20 for a small ass plate. The service is horrible. The quality's horrible. It's because black people, they just look at it as a meal ticket. Oh, I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to get this bag. So they don't look at it like in the long term. So that's why most black business fail, because black people are so like hyper material and about money. So they'll rip people off at the expense of just making money. That's why I don't like anybody that I don't go to black business at all. I don't, when it says black owned, I try to stay away from it if I know the business is black owned. And I'm not saying I've supported black business a lot, and 99% of them are trash. So every time I go to a black business, almost every time, it's a problem. It's overpriced, or they try to rip you off, or the quality's there. They have an attitude. It's like, nah. Yeah, they're not professionals. They're not professionals at all. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Then the quality of their service, and then you go, and then it's crazy, and then they wonder why, like, oh, they'll say, oh, it's racist because Asians come here, Indians come here, and then they succeed in business. No, the reason why Asians and Indians succeed is not because of no fucking racism. Because when you go to an Asian and Indian place, the quality of the shit is better, more so than not. A black person is worse. Black person business is worse. So for them, it's like chasing a bag and not something that they can set up for their kids. Yeah, that's why most of them fail. So if your purpose only get laid and have sexual experience, pay to play is cheaper that way. Yeah, it is, because you're gonna be spending money in the long term anyways. You're gonna be spending money in the long term when you, especially if you're gonna date the female, birthdays, gifts, and then imagine you have a dumb bitch. You got to celebrate every holiday. Like me, I don't celebrate holidays. Okay, I can celebrate birthday, but besides birthday, I'm not celebrating any other holiday. But females, they want, you got a Valentine's, you got to spend money. If the bitch is really retarded, you got to go even spend money on St. Patrick's Day, Easter. Oh, we got to go out and do something for Easter. Then 4th of July, I don't fuck with American Corporation, so I don't wouldn't celebrate it. But if you get it, depending on the female you're with, you're gonna have to spend money on that day. Then you got fucking Valentine's Day. I think I said that. It's just Christmas. I don't celebrate Christmas. I'm not a Christian, so I'm not into religion. I don't believe Jesus is my savior, so I'm not celebrating Christmas. So why would I spend money? But like I said, most females you go out with, they're like, oh, we got to do it because it's tradition, and like, fuck out of here. I would never. That's why. You might as well just by that time you spend like over $1,000 on just gifts. Yeah, it's not about. At the end of the day, it's good to have sex. At the end of the day, it's not like you want to get rid of it. Like all that no fap shit, it's good for a certain period of time, but for you to be forever no fap, I don't think. But you're right. You want to control it and be able to have it in certain times, but not like every day or all the time. And like, I don't think I even want to have sex on fucking every day. Really, eventually, I'm gonna be like, that's too damn much. Like I'd rather just go, because the longer you go without it, the better it is. So and plus, it's gonna not feel as the same when you do it every fucking day. Compared like at least 3-4 days apart or something, but every fucking day for like I don't. That's no no. But I get you though. Like we need to control desire. It's good. Desires with anything you want to control. Uh-huh. Yeah, for real. That's another thing with the whole escort thing. It makes, especially because some men, they worry about women so damn much that it's like unhealthy. Like, but if they got an escort, it just make them realize like, okay, it's not even that serious. Because a lot of these people, like, that's why I be thinking like a lot of it has to do with just the individual, because I be seeing the other men that be complaining how they can't get women, but then I'm like, just go get an escort. And it's not like they can afford it; they just don't get one. I don't know why, but they just don't get one. It's like they have some type of attraction where they want a female to like them, which is good. But then most of these men who can't get women, they don't have nothing to like about them. Like, you fat, you disgusting, you play video games all day. You can't honestly expect a high quality woman to want to be with you. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, some of these niggas out here be retarded. Like, they be fat, disgusting, play video games all day, and then they get mad that some female that's not like 10 out of 10 is trying to go and get them. It's like, at least lower your rating to like 3 out of 10 or 4 out of 10, or go get an escort or something. Don't sit here and think like some 10 out of 10 is gonna like you, and then that's why you get, because like some of these men, I be thinking like, are they gay, or like they be talking about, like these MGTOW be like talking about how, oh, I'm done dating women, which is like, okay, I get it, you're done dating women, but are you still gonna have sex with women? You talk down upon escorts. You say you're not gonna date women, so you're just not gonna have sex the rest of your life? That's weird. That's hella weird. Ah, damn, man. Oh man. How do you get to that point where they say if the person, how do you get to the point? Fuck. I don't know. I've never been in a relationship where I want to marry somebody. Unless there's something medical or something similar, women never withhold sex from you. Yeah, that's why I understand. Like, unless there's something, but you gotta understand. You attract you if you're secure in your own mind and you know yourself, you're not gonna attract a female who's gonna play those type of games with you. Because a female knows what type of games they can play with certain men. Females aren't that dumb. So, like, a female who always likes to play games, she knows she can't play that game with every man. So she's got to choose a man she can play that game with. And any man she can't play it with, she's not going to be in a relationship with that type of person, because she knows that the dude's not going to play that shit. Yeah, you gotta, if you want a high quality, and high quality doesn't mean, high quality means that the female fits your standards to how you want them to be. That's what high quality means. That means they're in alignment and compatible with you, where the relationship is harmonious. Doesn't mean attraction, oh, she looks good or this. It could be that as well, but high quality means compatibility wise, and things are in harmony, and that's somebody that you can be with, and it's not a problem. That's what high quality means. And I wouldn't agree with that. It depends. I see why people believe that, but I don't agree with that. The money's the only reason. Money can help, but if you can develop, because I feel like it's in the mind. Like, if you have a certain level of confidence in yourself, and you can't fake it. Like, literally, you got to be really confident in yourself. You can't attract females that are attractive. Like, there's people out there who are like ugly as fuck. Men, and there's ugly ass fat ass men that got men that you like, who you dating her? And vice versa. There's men that is fucking fat and ugly. But the thing is about them, when I mean, you see that the person who they're dating, they have a confidence in themselves. They're doing something in their life. It's not just a regular person. Like, you gotta really, it's not just about money. There's a lot of men with money who don't get women like that. They have to just get escorts and rely on escorts.
A man that is average. You say okay. You say a woman that's 7 and above has a lot of options and she could settle for. That's I don't agree with that. Like I agree with it. You're right. She has a lot of options, but you got to look at it. Are those options are those options men that want to marry her? Because you got to look at it. There's high quality options, there's low quality options. When you say a female has options, you're right. But how many of those options, how many of those men want to marry her? How many of those men are going to buy her a car, buy her a ring, fly her out to Mexico or to Cabo? Or how many of those men? Very, very little. Probably none of them. This is why you see a lot of attractive females that, if they're not single, they're with men that they probably argue with, fight with, probably, oh, I hate this. They're always arguing. Just because a female's attractive doesn't mean she has, and she has a lot of good options. When it comes to her getting fucked, okay, you're right. She has options, but women don't place the same value of sex as men do. Women don't care about sex like men do. You can be a fat, ugly, Rasputia looking bitch. She can get women. A fat, ugly bitch can get men that have sex. So the value of sex doesn't mean anything. It's what is the man doing for the female. Females want stability. They want men that can take care of them and do stuff for them, want to marry them and treat them and only be there for them. The average man that has money and that's out here, that a female that's a 7 or 8, 9 or 10 would date, those men are they got options too. Because you say men have women that are tens have options. Those options that they choose are going to be men who have options with women. So it goes both ways. A female who's a 10 out of 10, you're probably thinking she's going to date a man that's rich, handsome, tall, muscular. Okay. So, wouldn't a man who's rich, tall, handsome, and muscular have options when it comes to females? You see what I'm saying? It goes both ways. So, her options that she would choose, he has options. So, it goes both ways. It's not just, and women don't put the value on sex like that, like men do. That's why a lot of people they don't understand. So just because a female has options doesn't mean she's gonna find the right one. She can find a man that whoop her ass. She can find a man that cheats on her, that doesn't value her. So this is why you will see a lot of women, like notice you'll see a lot of attractive women that don't have a man but always hate on men or talk shit down upon men and always like though that's because they can't find a good man. Not that they can't find a man, they can't find a good man. This is what I say there's no good men. Because a woman could get a man easily, but is it a good quality man? Is it a man that actually was gonna take care of them? It's hard as fuck nowadays for a female, even if she's a 10, to find a man like that because it's deeper than just looks. Ain't no man want to just take care of no female if her mind isn't right. And a lot of these females that are 7, 8, 9, or 10s, they have mental illness because a lot of females that are attractive, if they're not, if they don't have any type of, if they're not working on their mental health, that that look of attraction can, because when a female's attractive they go through certain experiences and that can make them more egotistical, more mentally ill, and more narcissistic. And if they don't deal with that, that's gonna push them from having a man that actually cares about them. So they're just gonna attract men that just want to fuck them and leave them. So like that's what a lot of you guys don't understand, because even when you look at a lot of these, like, just look in reality, you'll see a lot of women that are attractive, but they always talk shit about men. It's like if you're attractive and you're a 10, you should at least have a man that's flying you out doing whatever. It's because they can't get that. They could only get a man to fuck. They can't get a man to fly them out. Remember, the same way men want pussy from women is the same way you desire sex from a female is the same type of desire a female desires stability from a man. They want the man to care for them, to fly them out, buy them gifts.
You're not gonna just do that with any female. She has to prove to you mentally, spiritually, and physically, okay, I'm gonna do that to you. The average female nowadays can't show you any reason to do that because the average female is mentally ill. Let me read some of these comments. Like 10 out of 10 can get ran through, but doesn't mean she found the right man. That doesn't mean she can find a man just like the dudes feel like. Exactly. That don't mean nothing. That there's more to it. This is why you will see a so-called ugly man with a fine female. It's because the dude can probably actually to do stuff that she wants that the other men. You see what I'm saying? Because it goes men care about looks. Believe it or not, men care about looks more than women. In a way, like you may think it's the opposite, but when it comes to like relationship wise and all that, men care, women care about women care about looks less is what I should say. They don't really, it's not really about looks for women, because you could be a man that looks so-called muscular, attractive, whatever you want to say, but if you act like a bitch and you act scary and you act hella weird, the female's not gonna want to be with you. But a man can put that aside. If you see a female that's attractive but she acts weird, you still will fuck her, right? You still wouldn't mind. Like, you see what I'm saying? But women is different. Women actually have more. Um, when women have sex, they have more sexual, or like women get more sexual pleasure from sex than men. When the women have orgasm, their orgasms can last minutes. Men, it's like a few seconds. You see what I'm saying? Women have more senses in their vagina than men have on the dick, believe it or not. So this is why when women have sex, they need to find like the right partner, because when they get into it, they really get into it. She said women don't have any difficulty getting sex in general, but they have a hard time when it comes to getting a man to commit with them. Yeah, exactly. The loneliest epidemic is going both ways, and I think it's less. It looks sexual for men and it looks emotional for females, but it's the same pandemic. Yeah, and it's gonna hit women later. That's what people aren't talking about when it comes to the pandemic or the loneliness epidemic. I mean, which is gonna be a pandemic for a relationship. It hits women later. It hits men earlier because when women get older, that's when they get more like less. They get less reception from being axed out, especially when they start developing wrinkles. Because a lot of these women that are like in their 20s, early 30s, and they're getting men right now, and they're denying men, turning men down, and thinking that, oh, I'm not dating you. Once they hit like 45, 50, and they start developing wrinkles, and no man that finds them attractive, this is where they're gonna start wanting these men, because they're gonna want to have their sex drive, their sex needs met, but they can't. No man wants to fuck them like that. So it's gonna be harder for women to get. Not to say that they can't get it, but they're gonna have like a female who's in her 60s has to be more aggressive sexually to get men compared if she was in her 20s. She doesn't have to be aggressive to get men because the men will come after her. She just gotta like look a certain way, do a certain little subtle cues. The man will come. But when a female's in their 60s, in their 50s, they have to be more aggressive to get sexual needs met. So as these women get older, that's like that whole loneliness epidemic they tell you the younger men are going through. That's gonna hit women when they get older. It comes later for them, but it's gonna hit them inevitably, especially as they start getting past like age 40 and they start developing signs of aging. That's what it's gonna be. Is gonna really hit them, and that's when they're gonna end up getting a lot of pets, a lot of cats, because that's like a sign like they're going through mental crisis. Yeah, they do have a hard time when it comes to a man to come. A man can actually get a woman if you're able to get sex with a woman, you can. It's easy for you. Like if a female decides to have sex with you as a man, you can easily get her to commit to you way easier. compared if a man were to have sex with a female, it will be a little harder for the woman to have the man commit to her. Because the female, if a female has sex with a man, most by default, almost all the time, she automatically can see herself committing. Because women rarely just have sex just on some escort shit. Usually, women who are whores, they do it for money. This is why when you see escorts and prostitutes, they will talk shit, be like, "I'm not out here fucking for free. I fuck for money." Any female that is not in that industry would never say nothing like that. They'll be like, I'm not having sex for money, but an escort would tell you like, I don't fuck for free, nigga. I fuck for money because that's the industry they're in. So any female that's gonna want to have sex with you, most likely she's gonna want to commit 99% of the time. Yeah. So yeah, I feel you though. He said fumble 8 or 9 out of 10. Yeah, there are times. Yeah, it is what it is. That is a lot of bitches out there. Just that's just one female. You get a lot more. Yeah. Man, I think I'm about to end this live stream soon, guys. Because I'm getting kind of tired. Probably gonna go back to sleep and wake up in a few hours. Cause I woke up around like 3 in the morning. So, but like I said, don't think too much into it, man. I'm just talking like when I click this thing off, I'm not thinking about this shit all hella deep. I'm not thinking about this shit all deep. Like it ain't even that. Like when you learn something, like when you watch my videos, this is not something you just ponder on. Take the information, apply it, and just live your life. Don't be all day because it ain't that serious. None of this shit serious. Not even just with the women, even with the whole. Like when I say it's not serious, I don't mean it like don't. It's not that serious. Just don't do it and don't take life serious. No, take life serious, but don't like for example, if you have to lose weight because you're overweight, it ain't that serious. As in, don't be thinking, oh my goodness, I gotta go to the gym and how do I lose weight? And because see, you're making something a big deal. Just be like, okay, I gotta go to the gym. Okay, go to the gym, work out, lose weight. You lose weight. Even when you lose weight and you accomplish the goal, don't take it serious. Don't be too hyped up. Oh, I just lost weight and I accomplished my goal. See, when you start fantasizing about like I know some of you guys probably fantasize like when I'm rich or when I lose weight or when I become the greatest virgin. See, that's when you're making it a big deal because it's supposed to just be okay. I got to do this to get better. Okay, let me do it. And then when you get better, you don't want to be geeked up when you get better. Oh my goodness, I come. Just be like, okay, it ain't that serious. See, when you look at life like it ain't that serious from that perspective, not to say life ain't serious, but look at it like whatever I have to do, I'm gonna just do it and it is what it is. When you accomplish it, okay, I accomplished, I did what I did. Then that's when you can start getting shit done. When you start over analyzing and over hyping shit, oh my goodness, is this? Or you start trying to make everything, it's my Saturn return and I gotta do this and oh my Saturn return's coming up. I need to prepare like that. See, you're taking shit too serious, but not in a good way. You want to take life serious, and the only in taking life serious is having discipline and doing what you got to do. That's where it ends. When you're doing what you're supposed to do and having discipline, that's taking life serious. Anything else, fantasizing, overhyping, over talking about something. Oh my goodness, my Saturn return, and I'm really like, you're just that's somebody who's fucking lost. That's a motherfucker who just they're not really gonna do what they got to do. That's why you have to keep fantasizing, because they don't really believe they can do it. So they fantasize thinking that, oh, when I get here, but they're not talking about all the hard things it takes to get there. Like you have motherfuckers tell you, I know everything I gotta do. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna be skinny. And they're fantasizing about them being skinny, but they're not fantasizing about all the times that they have to sacrifice eating out, all the time they gotta wake up in the morning to go to the gym. They don't think about that shit it takes to get there. So that means that person rarely ever gets there, because they miss the details, because they're so overhyping and taking something so serious. Whereas if you just say what it is, you take it like you look at it everything as connected. Like, well, all the things I got to do to get there, I got to do that as well, and it ain't that serious. I got to wake up in the morning, 6 in the morning. I got to give up hamburgers, whatever. It ain't that serious. See, you got to look at it from that perspective. Don't look at it like from a like you get what I'm saying. Look at it from a healthy perspective. Because really, this shit really ain't. Even when I was talking all this breatharian shit, like, oh my goodness, breatharian, like breatharian. That's just what I'm doing. I'm not. It ain't nothing like, oh, you're a breatharian. You're some type of special being. I see people that are breatharian every day. I see them online. I talk to them. A lot of these people have problems, mental illness, and other things that they have to deal with. On that aspect of discipline, when it comes to certain things, yeah, they got that on point, but other aspects they still got to work on. It didn't get rid of their other issues that they still have to work on, and you can see it. Like I can read people's aura, like I can read that shit hella good. You'll when you can see energy, you can see like you'll see somebody on YouTube. They got a fucking it looks like from the outside, they it looks like they got everything going for them. They got a channel, they got fucking monetization. They just sit and game all day, or they just fucking whatever they do to make money, and they getting paid. And then like you look at it like, oh, look at this person. But if you could read their energy and see their aura, you could tell like they going through something. They probably have something happen in their family. They probably had something happen to them when they were young. They haven't got over that trauma, and that it bugs them every night. Like you can see people go through some shit, and the external shit, you just look at that, oh, that person has a good life, but you don't see what people go through. And a lot of people, they cover it up, especially if you're in an industry where you can't show your emotions because it might hurt your business, or it might hurt what you got going on. You have to just pretend like everything's good, because if you show people that other side, it can affect your soul. Like, don't look, whatever meets the eye, don't fucking pay attention to that. Motherfuckers is, yeah, because the shift we're in, there's no way around it. This is why I tell you guys, it's not about any of these spiritual people talking about, oh, like, it's not about getting rid of problems. It's about creating a mentality where you perceive problems with minimal type of energy. Like, so instead of having a roller coaster, it's just a speed bump. You still have an up and down, but it's a speed bump. It's not a roller coaster. So therefore, whatever you go through, it's still negative externally, but how you perceive it and how you feel, it's not that heavy on you. So I'm not saying life can be perfect, but how you can see it can be in a way where it's almost like it is, because how your response to the negative things that happen, you've done a lot of mental energy work inwardly, so it doesn't be a problem. So you're still going through the problems everybody else is going through, but how you perceive it is a lot better. So that's really peace. That's really content. That's really happiness, not the absence of issues. It's you perceiving issues with little minimal type of response negatively to them. That's really where you're trying to get to, because things are going to always happen in this type of life. But how you perceive it is going to make it break really everything else. So, and then I might just end the live stream right there, man. And I'll come back with you guys a little later. But I'm going to be out right now. Peace. I'm about to go to sleep or some shit. I'm tired. All right, then.